think we got everything right. That.
Pepper, away.
It's funny. How much is Elden Ring? $60?
70.
70?
I think it's 70.
I have yet to get it. Well, it's because I've been fucking broke.
Dakota. Oh crap! I was supposed to restart a new game. Dakota bought it. Like, really, I really didn't care about this game at all. I knew it was there. I knew everyone was like in the world liked it, but I was just more like, I'm not good at, or I don't care for Dark Souls, and I don't care for like orcs and elves and shit. So I never watched any of the Lord of the Rings movies. But I love Sekiro, and that's one of the creators of the game. Creators made Sekiro. The creators made Dark Souls. The creator made Elden Ring.
I was told it was like a mix with Skyrim and Dark Souls, but I guess because of the decoration or whatever.
Yeah, it's just because it's a more open world. This is the open world Dark Souls. So Skyrim's open world. So yeah. But like I really don't even care for Skyrim. Just gotta make a new game.
Yeah, I know when I was in New York, Adrian just kept saying like, "Dude, you gotta play Elden Ring." I was like, "Wow, it really is that famous, huh?"
And so like, you're saying that since he said that?
Yeah, well, because I heard people talk about it, then he said it, and then I saw Ricky play it, and then I saw you and Joe. I was like, "Fuck, maybe we should really."
Yeah, when Joe said he was playing it, that means it's good. Pep, go away. Give Pep to not say.
This is actually. I know you joked about it. This is 3.3 or whatever. We're actually past 3.
What?
I think this is like.
Yeah, we've been
like
past
7.
3 since like we did like at least 2 different GameCast 3s.
How long has it been?
I
deleted or I unlisted all the videos.
3. Oh no. Okay. So it's not 3.1.
Hold up. Give me a while.
0.1. See what I'm saying? There you go. Gamecast 3.1.1.
I know my battery's low. I've fucked up my phone battery. It says it's like 85% now, like overall. So I guess I've been overcharging it. Oh yeah, so I heard too. It's almost like a D&D bit because you get to choose what kind of like class you want.
I get. But I think Dark Souls was the same kind of way. I don't know any of the shit. I don't know anything. All the nerd shit, like how to build characters. I don't know how to spell shit.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is that I've been playing this for a week, and I love this game. I think this is a great game. Like, I really don't like these Dark Souls games, except for Sekiro. But Sekiro is so linear, and about samurais and swords, ancient Japan shit. So I love Sekiro, and this game is like, oh, this is like Sekiro, but different.
I should have said like no shit. It's been like 2 years, but it's like no shit because I forgot that the pandemic and all that.
Yes.
I just thought we took a big break.
Yeah, the game took a little break.
We had a falling out. We're like Green Day. We
fell
out.
Well, obviously we had to kick out a member. We want to talk about that.
He got canceled finally.
You motherfucker.
Well, he didn't die, but
he's resting right now. He's probably.
He is definitely resting in peace, but
yeah. Man, that motherfucker like plays this game till like 5.
So Ricky's been playing this game. So
yeah, he's been playing like I think I fell asleep and I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like I can't go back to sleep and it was like 5 in the morning and I woke up and it was like Elden Ring and it was on. I was like he really doesn't sleep. But no, I've been meaning to. Hopefully when I get paid Monday, I might pick this up. But at the same time, they're like it's so like rage-inducing.
Yeah,
that's why I was like I'm not real good with games like that. I get pissed off with like 2K. I play 2K and there's challenges where like you gotta get 10 rebounds and like I'm like 2 away and then I fuck up and I get mad at that and I was like that's something fucking simple. So like I just imagine with a game like this where it's the bosses who just kick your ass supposedly.
Yeah, like because I got used to that with Sekiro. Sekiro, I have used in the book. I have the instruction.
Yeah,
guide.
I saw it when you posted it up. Like, oh, I love whatever.
That's the hardcover strategy guide for Sekiro. I love Sekiro. I got that strategy guide for $5.
Wow.
It was at a public auction, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I bid $5 for it." Nice.
I remember buying. I think the last one I ever. No, it's not the last. It can't be the last one. It was either Pokemon Emerald or Thousand Year Door was the last strategy guide. No, it was Link's.
I fucking died.
I didn't even pay attention.
This is a scripted death. You're supposed to die here, but I didn't. I fucking fell off.
You're like, no, I'll do it.
That guy's supposed to kill you. Like in every Soulsborne game, you're supposed to like die at the first guy, because every game the whole point of these games is that you die, you come back and shit.
Oh, what game is no, not Skyrim. I did play one that was like that. You're a lot powerful, and then they just
kind of like roguelikes or rogue games where like you have to die, but
yeah,
but you get to come back like Spelunky.
The only thing I could remember that
my horse.
I can remember that happening is with Need for Speed Most Wanted. You race the one of the guys for pink slips, and then he fucking takes your car, and then you gotta like start all over from the ground up.
Damn, that's actually like that's more like intense than like what are those like permadeath basically. Permadeath in like racing games.
And then you find out, I think at the end, like he cheated, like he cut your like fucking NOS liquid or some shit, so that's why you didn't win. I remember it was funny too because it was before like the internet, that game, or my friends weren't using it. I remember I was like, yeah, man, I was so close to beating the guy. Like I could have won my car in the beginning, even though it's scripted that you're supposed to lose. Yeah. And I had one friend, and we're like 7, and my friend was like, "Nah, man, I beat him, and but like it still took my car, like, but I beat him though." No, I think he said he beat him, and he has the guy's car where he like glitched the game.
It's like, hey man, in Pokemon Red, like I didn't even have any Pokemon, but I swear to God, I beat the shit out of that Pidgey.
Yeah. It was like that. I remember a lot of those instances too. I remember, I think I swindled a kid out of like Fire Red. I was like, hey, I'll give you like
Fire Red.
my
advanced?
shitty deck. Yeah, my shitty deck of Pokemon cards for your Fire Red. And he's like, yeah, sure. And I had it, and then like I think like a week later, he like came crying and told on like one of the like what's the Reese's supervisors people, like, he said you took his game, and I was like, no, I didn't. And like I knew he like tried to screw me. I was like, oh dude, I gave you my Pokemon cards for this game, like it's fair trade. So I was like, oh, so I saw what he was doing. I was like, no, I didn't, this and this. And luckily the lady remembered me. He was like, you better bring my game back, whatever. But because the kids, he like forgot.
What's like intense about thinking about that is that like Pokemon cards were basically like our first. That was basically our intro into like NFTs and cryptocurrency.
Oh yeah,
that was like
if you think about it,
it's the same attitude with that shit, and
yeah.
we've not surpassed that. The people that have not surpassed that are still doing the same dumb shit.
Have I ever told you the one time where it wasn't even PE, it was just like maybe it was PE. It was middle school, but like the teacher's like, we're gonna go play soccer outside, and I think it was like hidden PE. So we were playing, and I remember I was on the team with this guy that had like a bunch of hollow like Pokemon cards, like a fat like deck, and he got so happy that we like won the class thing. He was like, Pokemon cards for everyone. He had his like money. He threw it in the air.
His hollows and
yeah, like his whole deck. And I remember I wanted the fucking hollow Magmortar. And I remember I was looking for that shit. Like I said, fuck all those other ones. I want that one. And I got that one.
Fuck the Charizard.
And I got a hollow I forgot Aeron? It's like the evolved one. I got like a good amount of his cards. I'm like, fuck yeah. And then he went, I think like a week later, he went to everybody in the class and was like, hey man, I need my cards back. And I told him, I was like, dude, I don't have it anymore. I was like, whatever. He's like, I know you have it. Like, I don't have it, but I lied. Like, I had it because I fucking wanted it.
Of course you fucking had it, you asshole.
I was like, nah. He's like,
asshole.
Whatever.
Well, you fucking shouldn't throw him.
Yeah, but he got all happy because like, we won the game. Yeah.
We won the game. Pokemon cards.
It was so stupid.
Well, like, I think we think of that now and how dumb it is because that guy, if he kept those, they're like worth like $8 billion.
I swear, I'm still trying to look for the art of the Charizard hollow card I told you I've seen where it's
the Shadowless.
I feel like I learned this in college where it's like where you have two memories, but because they're so vague, you crash them together.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm probably like, I'm like, there's a castle in the middle of like a lake, fucking lava. Like it's like its own thing, and like it's surrounded like a big old gap, and there's lava. And the only other thing I could think of that I filled it with is fucking Shrek, because you know the princess is in that like thing. So I'm thinking I'm probably getting Charizard and the dragon. Dude, I love smashing. I love smashing pumpkins.
God, that's still fucking good. Inside joke, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. But it's a dark castle that's in the middle of like a lava, like on a somewhat peak mountain, and like lava around it. And it's Charizard flying around, and then it's hollow, but it's hollow with every element just like down, like vertical down. And I could see it, and I'm like, I swear I've had that card. And I don't know if it was... No, you never gave me... I don't think you ever gave me those cards.
No,
I had it for some reason.
You gave me Pokemon cards. You gave me Skitty, remember?
Oh, yeah, because I knew you liked Skitty.
I
so
know...
Like, hey.
Oh, fuck, I don't even know.
You gave me Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I was like, can I have them?
I was into
like,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
My parents, or my mom, wouldn't let me get Pokemon cards because I was being a little asshole. And as punishment for being a little asshole, I was like begging to get Pokemon cards. She never got them to me. And then for years, I was like, fuck Pokemon cards. I'm about Yu-Gi-Oh! But I was really pissed off because my mom wouldn't let me get Pokemon cards because I was being a dumbass.
I remember, too, you went to... Yeah, because you went to Cecil. I remember when my grandma was the principal. I was just like... I was just going through the fucking, like, drawers, and they confiscated, like, a deck of Pokemon cards. And I remember I told my grandma, like, hey, can I have these? And she was like, they're not yours. They're, like, taken from a kid. But I was, like, 4 or 5, and I understand, like... Well, then he doesn't deserve them.
Yeah.
He like got in trouble.
He got in trouble.
So I wanted to, and I was close to like taking them with me, but I was like, nah, and I just put them back. But
another thing, because my mom, when she worked at Valley Vista, we're giving too much information away. Oh no, they're gonna dox us. She worked at that school, and I remember because they would confiscate a shitload of shit.
Oh yeah,
because you're not allowed to bring toys at school.
I was scared my Bakugans were gonna get taken away when I was in elementary school. Yeah, but no, that's Beyblade.
No, that's Beyblade.
That's Beyblade.
No, Bakugans was the
you
magnet
just roll,
circle.
roll the ball.
The balls. There you go.
But I remember, I think I told the story.
Magnetic balls.
I remember they're like, we got to make a sentence, like, and they picked me, and they're like, make a sentence of something you do at school, and I had like the fucking,
play with Bakugan.
I had this fucking smirk. I don't know if you've seen it, the meme from SpongeBob, where it's the fish that's like this, like side, and he just smirks up. I did that.
No, I was
thinking
like I was thinking of Shaq when he's reading a book. It's like a library book poster of Shaq with the book, and he's giving you that look. The meme was when you're reading, when you have to read in front of the class, and you know the N-word is in the next page. Because you're reading To Kill a Mockingbird.
If I put effort in this, I'll try to put up like my references.
Hey, put when you put the video.
So I smirked to all my friends, and they smirked back, and I was like, at recess, and I didn't want to give two away, like, because my grandma or like the vice principal was there, and I was like, fuck. If I say I'm playing Bakugan in like recess, they're gonna like confiscate it from me. So I was like, when you add life points or whatever and do math during recess or whatever, and they're like, you're like, oh, okay. And they're just like, when you add numbers during recess, and I told my friends like, oh, saved it.
Saved. Because no, what I was saying was that my mom worked at that school. They confiscated a lot of shit, and she was the secretary. And I think one day she had to work a weekend for some reason to fill out. I don't know what the fuck reason why she had to work as a secretary at the school over a weekend, but she had to take me, and I was looking through there was a drawer of like confiscated toys, and she got there was a Tamagotchi in there, or it was either a Digipet, or
one
a
of
Tamagotchi,
those. Yeah.
And I took that. And like she said, yeah, go ahead, take it. No one's gotten that, so no one's come to pick it up, so take it. And I was like thinking, oh man, it's awesome. But I also felt like, oh man, this was a kid's digital pet.
Yeah.
So I was like, but hey, cool, free Digipet. All right. So what were we talking about?
what was it? There was one thing I was gonna say. Fuck, I can't remember. Oh, I remember too. Like, man, we even got fucking playing marbles at school banned.
What the? Yeah, that's weird to think now that
so
kids would actually play marbles.
There's like a, I'll admit it. Some other kid like started it, and it was one of those instances where like who started like the marble trend over there. I think I just like one day was like, I always wanted to play marbles, but like someone already was playing there, so it's like people. I was somewhat popular in middle school, so they're like, "Hi, Miss,
the kid with the marbles."
Dre started it whatever first, and this kid's like, "No, I started it first. Me and so and so brought marbles like a couple days before." So yeah, so I remember we were playing marbles, and then like one kid's like, like there's some people who play for keepsies, and I was like, what? And like, so we started doing that, and I guess it got around to where, like, it got banned, and I was like asking like, why did it get banned? It's like, yeah, there was kids who would like go to the restroom, quote unquote, but would really like have a fucking marble match and play keepsies. So like, yeah, they're like
just gambling.
They're like
fucking bad.
They're like 10:30. Ask for the restroom. Me and you, fucking marbles.
I'm like thinking, damn. Like I thought our schools back then were like doing dice and
Yeah, no, this one was like that.
Flips. You remember flips?
The skateboards.
Yeah, flips. No, like we would play flips, which was like you would fold a dollar bill.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like,
my
you
dad's
would
talking about
fold
that,
it one side and you fold it on the other side.
Yeah.
And then it would it's like you either heads or tails and shit. And
yeah.
like it's so dumb to think, oh, let's play flips. And like we were in high school doing this, and my friend had, and probably still does have, because he's had one for several. Pepper. He's had one for several. Has a gambling problem. Like, oh my god, I even almost got him with the. Dude, like I bet you couldn't even last without gambling for like 30 days. And I almost got him. I was about to shake his fucking hand right there. But you're all, and then he's like, "Wait a minute!" I almost had him. And like, he would get so pissed off when playing flips because like, there was one time he was playing flips and like, all right, let's do a. Like, not what's the opposite of do over? Like you're doing a practice run. Let's do practice.
Yeah, I get you.
Like he was pissed off at someone like doing a practice run. So all right, let's do a practice run first. Let's do a practice run. He agreed, and then he did the practice run. Then he did the real thing, and then he lost. And my friend was like, "Man, what the fuck? Who does a practice run?" And like he only would do that after he lost the money.
Yeah.
It's like, god damn. He had a gambling problem.
But yeah, like I guess what I heard was like someone, like one kid fucking cried because they took like one of his marbles he wanted or whatever. I think the only time, like, I never fucking bitch, but I remember one marble I was sad that I lost was like a Mewtwo one.
Oh no!
They used to have Pokemon marbles.
Pokemon marbles?
Yeah, and then I had one that was Mewtwo. I won from another kid, and it was like a fat one. It's like not your normal ones, like twice or three times the size of a normal one.
That was like, damn, cat's eyes.
But yeah, it was. But yeah, I lost that. I was like, fuck, and I just like, I want to play you against it. But since he knew I really wanted, he was like, nah. And I was like, whatever. Like he thought I was gonna like wager whatever. I was like, no, okay, whatever, I'm fine. He's like, oh, no, you don't want to play. He's like, no, you're gonna be a bitch.
Yeah, be a bitch about it.
I was like, it's fine. But yeah, like it sucked. Like marbles got banned
because of gambling.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, well, yeah, technically. But man, I was helping clean up the streets because there was no more fights after that. Just gambling.
Just gambling. Just the illicit gambling. Oh, you fucks.
And it was pretty cool because you could like buy a bag for like $1 or $2 at like Save Mart or
E-Mart.
Yeah, I forgot whichever one is the one that's, I call it downtown Delano.
Yeah,
the
like E-Mart
one. Yeah, is that what it's called?
The
or is it
Lake shop, or like we had E-Mart
no.
and.
It's the one across from McDonald's, or that one.
Oh no.
That's not it's not big.
State Market.
State Market. Yeah, that's where I got like my bag.
I still go to State Market. State Market's the best Asian market here.
It's an Asian market?
Like they have so many Japanese snacks that are not even sold in the Asian market here, and they even have like Japanese beer. Like it's like the best place. That's where I got those breads. Every time I go back to Delano, I gotta stop there.
It's funny, like I remember everyone would go there, but now that we have a Walmart, everyone just goes to Walmart.
That was the whole reason. The original owner of State Market was part of the group that did not want the Walmart in Delano because he knew he was gonna lose business, and he did. And he sold it to different people.
Oh, it sucked. But yeah, no, it's been a while. I have ever since then I've always had it, but I guess I have a job now.
Dre's been working.
Yeah, I work now. I don't know. Like people are like, man, you finally like doing your dream job. You're making it. I'm like, not really. I was like, I won't accept
Dre's
it.
got a job.
I was like, I won't accept it unless I gotta pay taxes.
Just rob that motherfucker.
I fucking feel like it. Fuck. I still don't know if I gotta pay taxes yet. 'Cause I don't make too much. I think I'm gonna make about. I'm close to making 3,000 this year.
Dollars a year?
Like since the beginning of this year.
Yeah. Let's just say you don't have to pay tax.
No, because I know
I'm gonna be real with you, Dre.
There's
you don't make enough to pay tax.
Because there's like, I was told there's like individual.
Yeah, there is.
One, so that's why it's like it's bi-yearly. So it's like if you don't make anything by this like half or whatever.
Get away from the mic.
Like if you need to make, I don't know if it's 3,000 or 5,000 you need to make this first half, and if you don't, then okay, you're fine. But I've been keeping my receipts now, or my like invoices.
Don't worry about it.
So that's why I was like,
Yeah, that amount. Do not worry about your.
I was like, it's just because I got one good job, so that's why I was like, oh fuck it, like got me almost there.
And it's like you're more like, it's not a. What kind of job is it called? Like independent contractor, basically.
Yeah.
Like don't worry about taxes.
The good thing about being individual with this is that I haven't got a call yet. I got out of jury duty because if you're an independent business, you get to like call and be like, yo, like I can't because this is how I might make my money.
They're like
it was in the sign up forms and it was like, if you're independent, check here and send us a picture of your business card and then you're cool. And that's what I did. I was like, cool. I was like, nice.
Basically, you're like me back in the day where like how I got out of jury duty is that I was a sub, so during the summer I didn't get paid, so I was basically unemployed. But that's almost the same thing. You kind of make so little that it would cost you more to go to jury duty and receive $8 a day.
Yeah. I didn't even know you get paid.
You get paid if it's longer than a week.
Yeah.
If you're there longer than a week, then you get paid. I think if it's even longer than 2 days, you might, because fucking mileage even is and gas these days, right?
That too. Fuck, man.
Biden.
I used to pay only like $40 or $50 for a tank. Now I gotta pay like 90, 80 to 90 now.
Yeah, fuck. Sucks.
I used to not charge people for gas, but now I gotta.
You have to. Like, no, it's not even funny. Like, shit.
I forgot what I did. I did something to where I was like, fuck, man. Like, it took all my money. Like, before I was like, I would have, like, put gas and, like, leftovers to do this and that. And I was like, nah, it's just pure fucking gas now. I was like, I put gas and that's it. I can't eat, like, good for a while.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's cool. The filming thing's going good. I had, I'm partnered with, I don't even know if I did it before. I did one for... somewhat partnered with the strip club, and I'm now an editor. I'm now an editor and videographer for Indaza for it. They do tape, so that we're supposed to finalize some stuff now. And then I did one company which I guess won't name, but I'm pretty sure the people who I've talked to about it will know.
Does that rhyme with Jeezer?
Fucking hated. I don't think I told you, but I fucking hated working there.
At Jeezer?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Jesus.
I thought you loved it.
Oh, Jesus Pleasers. I thought you said Jesus Pleasers.
Yeah.
Jesus Pleasers.
Yeah, I thought you were at Jesus Pleasers.
Yeah, please.
So
Jesus.
not Jesus Pleasers?
No.
I thought you liked working Jesus Pleasers.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. You like working for the Lord.
He's always watching. I just hated it because first it was cool. We came down and we're like, yeah, we're gonna pay you this much, like thousands, and I was like, oh fuck yeah. I was like, hell yeah, way more than when I get paid like with the other people. So I go the first day, I'm like, all right, cool, thinking it's just gonna be like quick, like 5-minute videos or whatever. Gonna only film like couple hours and get to go fucking home. Nah, for 4 days straight. My ass was there from 9 till like 10 at night.
What the 13-hour days?
9 to, like I would say 9.
Oh wait, no, 2-hour days.
Like 9 to 9. I'll say that 9 to 9.
No, yeah,
But still,
13-hour days.
At
A strip club?
Oh no! This is another company.
Oh, I thought you were working.
No. I thought that was a joke. No, this is someone else. You know,
good.
You know who? It's another automotive type of thing.
Oh, okay.
The recent ones where I kept bitching.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they kept me there for that long, and they could argue like, no, not that long, but nah, fuck that. And the stuff that they did, they had chemicals like in a booth. I mean, like I already know they were to ever find this video. Like, oh, let's talk about us. They're like in a
they're gonna find this
in a paint booth, whatever, and they gave me a fucking let me see how they gave me a mask with this material.
Oh, cool.
And,
protective.
It's in a paint booth, and I was filming and just fucking.
Oh, that also that worked.
Yeah, and they're like, here, wear this.
Just wear a cloth mask.
We don't, and they're like, we don't want to get sued. I was like, this is not gonna help. I was like, I'm still gonna inhale shit.
You're gonna.
They thought as long as they don't inhale 100% of it, we're good.
Damn, you don't have any workers' rights.
So I was
you should
like,
start a union. Photographers United.
So I was filming with just hearing that, and there was times where like I gotta like fucking get out of there, like it's too much for me, and then like you could see she seemed a little bit bothered, like I'm missing fucking like footage, and I'm like I need to get my fucking breath.
I need
before I go in there. And then she wanted to like have my camera equipment like in the paint like this close, like you're spraying this, they want me to get this close, and I was like, nah, fuck that, because if he sprays my shit, he's gonna fuck up this lens that cost me like 500 fucking bucks. And this is the only good lens.
Way more than you're ever gonna pay me.
Yeah, I was like, give me like fuck that, no. I told her if anything, I'm gonna stand this back. If I got to, I'll just zoom in and edit. And I had a plan before because I didn't think I was going to have to film in the booth. I brought a backup camera and I was going to put on a tripod and just have them fucking go just like that. Which, when she gave me like a demo video, that's what they did in there. But no, she wanted to like cinematography and all that other stuff, even though this is like a training video. How to use her shit.
Oh,
and
what
real
the
quick,
fuck?
a training video how to use their product when they don't even know how to use their product themselves. So they were learning as well.
All right.
Wow. And then like oh, we found out you use this much pressure. We're gonna say this right now. This is what pressure you use.
We just found this out, so it probably will.
And there were so many mistakes that they fucking made that I had to edit out or like redo. Like
wait, we stop. We're not.
No, there was one where he was spraying and it was like too watery, and they're like, and the guy was like, yeah. And I was like, and then so he did something and he sprayed it again and looked better.
ISO that? Can you ISO that?
Yeah.
I don't know what ISO means.
So they're like, when I did the editing, I added that, not noticing, and she was like, yo, cut that out like that and make it seem like when he was about to spray, it jumps to what it looks like now, even though it was like
make
that
it look
shit.
Cool.
So I was like, what the fuck? And then
when I fucked up, make it look that I didn't fuck up.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? And so yeah, I was gonna have that, and what pissed me off was the tripod camera I had. She saw me have like my gimbal, and I wasn't gonna get my fucking gimbal in that paint booth. Like fuck that. That gimbal cost me like $1,500.
Yeah. Like
fuck that. So I just started doing handheld. She saw me like I would take a break, like oh, so she would pick up the fucking tripod and go in there. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? That's like. It's stationary for a reason, and she was like using it like this to like fucking as a gimbal, and I was like, don't fucking touch my stuff. Like I know what I'm like. I just started getting pissed off, but so I was already 2 strikes. The third one that really pissed me off, where I was like, fuck this lady, fuck this company. I just want to get this over, get my money, and I want you guys to like never fucking contact me. Was we were in like they had like a tattoo shop like in the back. I hope the guy doesn't fucking watch. There's a tattoo shop in the back, and we were just chilling, whatever. And then the girl was there, and she was like, yeah, I know Dre doesn't know much or whatever, but I've been in I guess before she said she did 13 years in media, but still like none of that experience fucking showed. She must have been I don't know, you hear that too?
Who the fuck's playing bass out there? There's Sorry, guys. Is someone playing bass guitar like fucking out? What the fuck is going on?
So, yeah, none of that 13 years experience like showed when we did production. Like her, oh, they're having a party.
Yeah, it was next door.
So, you're just making it because of the bass. Yeah, like a lot of her experience was like experience I already had that like they teach you in fucking high school. I was like, if me and Adam were like, she must have just been a fucking assistant, but like says like, oh, I was in media, but not really.
I was in.
You're
media.
like, oh yeah, I went to a party that like fucking Elon Musk was at, but really you were just like sitting there while they fucking blocked you off in like a corner.
I was
It's like that type of
accidentally
shit.
left at a party.
So what pissed me off was like she was like, yeah, I know Dre doesn't know much, but that's when my expertise comes. I took a 9-hour YouTube course, so I know what I'm doing.
YouTube
and I was like, that's when I was like,
wow,
fuck this bitch,
man,
I'm done. I
took a 9-hour YouTube.
So she's like, I know what catches people's attention. I know what to add here and there, like that type of stupid shit. Yeah, so I was like, fuck this. Like, I was done. And also, too, the videos that I thought I was going to film quick weren't quick. Oh, nice. There was 12 hours. And also, too, the video she wanted was, like, going to have people watch this training video that was 30 to 40 minutes each. And I was telling her, like, this is shit no one's going to watch. Like,
no one will watch this.
Like, even Adam was like, no one watched. Like, I like, if I learned in college that, or even on YouTube, when they talk about their like analytics shit, like their brain attention like cuts off like at the 2 or 3 minute mark.
Yeah.
So I even tried to tell her, like, you really want it that long? Like, you don't want to just like real quick just say all this stuff and just sell the finished product or like whatever. But she's like, nah, like everything. I was like, all right. But I spent so much time on that even though I got paid a lot of money, it fucking still wasn't enough. People would say like, wow, you got a lot.
Fuck that.
Like, no, like, but like, in the beginning it was cool, but like, I just spent so much fucking time and I had so much headaches. Also, too, oh yeah, so when I was helping to paint, about the next day or the third day in, I had fucking like stomach. I thought I had COVID because I was feeling like throwing up, shit. Stomach cramps. I kept waking up every hour, sweating or whatever, and like I just wanted to throw up, but I was like, oh, I don't feel good. But it was because of not eating so much. I think so, not drinking water, but it's because she wanted me to fucking film a lot and just huffing paint for like hours.
Oh yeah, that'll.
And I was like, fuck this.
Up.
So that, and then spending so much hours and just her going back and forth and like, no, not this. I'll cut this. Whatever. Add this. I'm like, some of the shit like you don't even need to add. This is like useless shit, but she still wanted it. Like I didn't feel like Adam told me, he's like, you should have got paid like $1,000 per video, and she wanted like $7. And I was like, and I only got like 2 out of this. I was like, even though it seems like a lot, it just. If you were doing what in my shoes that whole time, yeah, like fuck this.
It's not even
like,
fucking worth it.
It's not.
It's
I wanted to quit. I'm be like, here, I'll give you back like this, like, fucking, here, I'll give you all the footage. Just have someone else fucking do it.
Yeah,
fuck this. But yeah, and then so, I finally finished it, and then like I was like, all right, cool, fucking done, time to get paid.
Bye bye.
Asked her, I was like, okay, you wanted 6 videos, but you had me do 7. I'm gonna update the thing and I give it to you. She's like, okay. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna send it to the financial lady because I got half. At least I got half before. I was like, I'm gonna send it. So whatever. I'm like, all right. And then like a couple days go by and I'm like, nothing. Didn't hear from people. I'm like, oh, okay. And I was like, hey, I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear back from anything. I haven't got anything. Do you know anything about that? And she's like, oh yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna call right now. I'm like, all right. And I gave him like a couple days, and like through those couple days, I follow her on Instagram, and it's just her fucking partying with friends, clubbing, and this. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I need to get paid. So this went on back and forth, and her just saying, oh no, I talked to them, or like I'm gonna talk to him, whatever, for 3 fucking weeks. And I was down. I was like already going through all my money to where, like, yeah. So it's like.
Man.
I got paid today's Saturday. I got paid yesterday, and that was like the 3 week mark. And I was like, fuck, and like,
you're fucking worse, man.
I was like, I need a contract like that. It came down to where I trusted people. Like, I'm a real trustworthy person, so I was like, no, whatever. To where after all this shit, I was like, I need a contract, and I'm not gonna work more than like 8 hours.
Yeah.
And I need this and this. I was like, fuck that. And like, I need to get paid. If you need me to go extra time, I need
Especially
to get paid like
that,
overtime.
yeah, because like, especially nowadays.
And she wanted me to like, she gave me like a time date. Like, I need this by this. And I remember there was one time that pissed me off where it's like, I need it by like 2:00, and I was like, oh fuck. I'm like, all right, so I'm all rushing, whatever. And I gave it her at 2:00, didn't hear back. And yeah, like I rushed, and then I look on her story and she's out partying. Like, what the fuck? And then she texts me later. She's like, oh yeah. I was like, I'll look at it when I get home. I wanted you to send
business. I'm doing some serious
No, but
business
she
now.
fucked herself because she was like, yeah, sorry, I wanted to see it before I went to my friend's barbecue, but it's fine now. I'll see it at later on. I was like, then why the fuck did you rush me?
It's all getting ganked in the ass and shit.
That's why I'm like, why did you rush me if you didn't need to rush me? But the reason why is because they need to sell this product so bad because they're not doing good.
Because they fucking suck.
Yeah. So I was like,
They're not doing good because
Yeah.
she fucking sucks.
And there was a moment too where she had me call this, like the financial lady finally called me, and they're giving so much away now. They're Canadian, and so like,
Canadian.
the financial lady was so nice. She was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, whatever. I don't want you to think that we're
All
we're,
Canadians are like
we're-
this.
we're cheating on your
A-
money, whatever. Like, we're sorry, this and this." And she just kept apologizing, like, no. And she's like, the reason why is because PayPal doesn't allow, like thinks it's suspicious activity when you send more than $1,000. So I was like, oh, okay, which is like, I thought too. I was like, okay. She's like, if I'm gonna try, give us our account's blocked right now. Give us 24 hours. If not, then we're gonna try to send you half one day and half another day. I was like, all right, cool. Like, that sounds like a good plan. Gave him 2 days, nothing. That's when I started getting mad, and I called early one morning, and a guy answered. I was like, what the fuck was this lady? I was like, he's like, hello, whatever. And I was like, yeah, can I talk to so and so? And he was like, who? And I was like, so and so. And she's like, okay. I was like, well, can I ask why? I was like, for payment, whatever. Like, we just talked a couple days ago, whatever. He's like, okay. And I started when people, and I talked to this about Pal. I was like, yeah, when someone starts like
Okay.
questioning me, then it starts to seem like they fucked you. Like, it's like I
You're
was
like
thinking
talking
the lady.
to like their brother or something.
Yeah, that's why I was like, don't tell me this. Damn lady was like, hey, call him and pretend that you're like
It's
the
like,
head of this.
hello, they didn't answer like, hello, it's Dildo's LLC. Like,
Yeah.
they were like, hello.
Yeah. Oh, they were like, they said the company's name, but still, it was like they made it seem like that lady had no position. Like, why am I calling that? I was
Why
like, what
is
the
she?
fuck?
She's not even
Yeah.
working with us anymore.
Yeah. So I was like, what?
She's in rehab right now.
So I was like, yeah, and he's like, okay. He's like, can you call? She's not in right now. I was like, can you call in an hour? I was like, all right. So an hour goes by. Call. I was like, whatever. So and so. It's just basically repeating. It's like, can I have your name and your number, whatever? It's like, all right. It's like, and reason like to get paid. He's like, okay, well, I'll have her call you like when she gets in, which would be an hour. I'm like, all right. And I was so mad. I took a nap. Woke up 2 hours later. No fucking phone call. And I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm pissed. I'm gonna take legal. Like, so pissed, I fell asleep again, and then I woke up, and then finally the lady texted me, like, did you get your money? And I was close to being like, no, like, where's my money? Until I was like, let me check PayPal, and I checked PayPal, and finally, that's when it was in there.
We did it.
And I was like, fucking finally. I was like, I'm so done. I even told Adam, I was like, I'm gonna delete the number, I'm gonna unfollow them, whatever. It was like, fuck this. But, yeah, like, it took so long to get paid. I know it's like, I'm bitching for whatever, but
Still, it's like fucking finally.
fuck that. Like, cause I understand it. I don't really live off of it, but still, I need it for gas, and like traveling when I gotta go. Like, that's my emergency money, and to like upgrade because there's certain stuff. Because when I'm upgrading,
But it's also like right now is like the worst fucking time for everything. You need fucking money. Everyone needs goddamn money right now.
yeah. So that's why I was like, what
Goddamn.
So and also too, it's like you're like bragging that you guys had money, but you couldn't fucking pay me. I was
Like of all people, like to brag that they got the money for shit. It's like
yeah. So I was like, I'm
fine.
done.
Pay people that fucking do shit for you.
Yeah, I was like, I never had so much trouble. Like, and I guess bringing it back, like, I worked at the club, and the club like pays me like either right then and there, or they
Yeah, Jesus Pleasers pays well.
Yeah, Jesus pleasers. I bring them the video, they see the video, like, all right, cool, and then just like, there you go.
Like of all places.
So I never had trouble with money before, really. Like it's either they give it to me up all up front, and then, yeah, they're not as nice
They're
as
fucking paying you in rubles and or whatever.
They like it doing through PayPal because you already like convert it when you do it.
Yeah.
That's why like to me, I'm like, if you're having trouble sending thousands, or you send thousands a lot and you're getting blocked almost like every day, you may want to find like a different fucking method.
Fuck.
Maybe not be in Canada, or actually build someone in the U.S.
Yeah.
and then
Use real money, losers.
instead of maple syrup.
Yeah. Fucking paying in leaves and shit.
Like one leaf.
This one, too. Hey, that one's a red one.
Yeah. Ooh, that's
Worth two.
Don't spend it all on fucking.
Don't spend it all on cheeseburgers or whatever you Yankees.
Oh, I was gonna say, what is their famous thing? Tim Hortons. There you go.
Don't spend it all in Tim Hortons, Tiny Tims.
Yeah. I'm gonna go spend it all in teasers, pleasers. Jesus pleasers.
Jesus pleasers, Ray. Come on.
Yeah. They all the girls wear just like fucking known outfits or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the manager just wears like the crown and clothes. But yeah, no, like it's cool, man. So yeah, I had that, but before it, I actually got to go travel to New York for the first time.
New York.
Yeah,
I wanted doing that for this entire thing.
I wanted to put that song, but I was like, I feel like fucking everyone does that song.
Yeah, that's the point. It's like the funniest thing ever. To just you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
I was close, but
and
I was
you
like,
got to record someone saying, "Shut the fuck up!"
Which
shit, I died.
Which is what happened because I guess like jumping far, Adam just got so fucking drunk that he was just like, you know what? I want to fucking fight with somebody.
Hell yeah!
So he like opened the window, and it was funny because it's true. Like no shit, the window doesn't open all the way, but I guess it's like prevent suicide. Jumping out the window.
Yeah.
So, like, the one that goes like so far out.
I think that's like all hotels.
Yeah. So like he cracked it open and he just saw a guy on the street. He's like, "Hey, you with the cap? Fuck you!" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm talking to you."
That's fucking
like,
funny shit. He's being more New York than New York.
Yeah. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And
that
there
was the best.
Hey! You can hear your echo.
Looking up. For real? Yeah.
every day too, there's like these group of guys that hang out in like the corner, and I knew who the fuck he was talking about. I was like, and I was telling Adrian, his son, I was like, if they wanted to, they could count the fucking floors and be like, that one. And the rooms are so like small, like from the hallway. So it's like from this couch to the end of the couch, like that's your walking way. And you got to think there's like even like not desk, like the whatever shelving.
Shelves?
No, what is it called? What is this called?
A coffee table.
Like that, but taller.
A table.
Table. I was like, whatever. Whatever. Like
desks,
so.
Tables.
Yeah, whatever. So
furniture.
Yeah. Drawers. I don't know. So yeah. So yeah, it was small. So I was like, man, like there's only like 5 rooms per floor. Like, and I guess it's split. So like, but yeah, I was like, fuck. They only need to knock on like 4 doors until they find us.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, dude. And when I knew New York was cool, one thing about New York, they fucking jaywalk and like no one gives a fuck.
Oh yeah.
I almost got hit by a fucking car like 3 times because it doesn't matter if it says green to walk, those fuckers will still fucking go.
Oh yeah.
And that happened where I was like green, and then the car's like, I think I can squeeze by, and like fucking almost hit me.
They're on it.
And
fucking street.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? And but I find like after like a day or two, I've learned like you just learn when to go. So you just see, and it's like like the car's not going by, like it won't hit me, just walk, and you just go. So like I learned to jaywalk when I was there.
Yeah, fuck you. You learned the language.
And then also even it's not as bad. Like don't seem like if you're out of place, then like New Yorkers, like certain ones will like fuck with you. They know like fucking fresh,
wise guy,
like fresh meat, whatever.
Hey, Hollywood, get over here with your shirt.
But it was cool. Like I don't like walking, but walking all in New York was like I really loved it. Like I wanted to like just walk everywhere. Fuck bringing your car too. Like if you live in New York, you're better off just spending on like Ubers and shit or just walking, because there's no fucking parking place there. But
what was Adam? What is that?
Oh, Adam was like New
Concrete
York
jungles
growing tomatoes. And I was like, is that really how the song goes? But that was cool. I had a screwdriver for the first time there.
Hey, it's just
I wanted to try
orange juice and vodka.
Yeah, and I love orange juice to where like I didn't know vodka
Pretty good.
gets you fucked up.
Yeah, it's
So
alcohol.
On we were there St. Patrick's week. We tried to go to an Irish bar, but they're so full. Like people like outside like would buy like a beer and then have to like wait outside to drink it.
Oh yeah.
We went to like an Olive Garden. It was like a 2-story one.
You went to
And-
Olive Garden.
Yeah. It was
The authentic Italian cuisine in New York City, right here, right next to Sbarro's. That's the.
What was next to it?
That's the
I
spaghetti
wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it because I'm trying to think like there was something like
Because that's
like that.
the fucking. That's the pasta version of going to Sbarro's and give me a New York slice, and you go to Sbarro's.
Oh, I sent you that with the office where he's like, I
Yeah.
gotta get a New York authentic pizza, and it just cuts to some
My favorite pizza place.
Yeah, all in New
God
York.
Damn it.
But so we went there, but it was because someone needed Adrian or Adam needed to use the restroom. Adrian. So we went and we just sat. And he's like, "Hey Dre, you want a drink?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." But I did something to where I was like, "You know what? I owe you money, so I'll buy you a drink." He's like, "All right, cool." So we got it, and I was like, "You know what? I always wanted to try." And I was like, "I love orange juice, where I could drink it all day." I wanted to try a screwdriver, and he's like, "Try it, fucking go ahead." And I was like, "All right, cool." I was like, "Can I get a screwdriver?" And he's like, "All right, yeah." And she poured it, and I was waiting for like fucking Tropicana or whatever, but it was like some fucking other type of orange juice.
Donald Duck.
No, I wouldn't even take that. I love the Donald Duck.
Donald's awesome.
It was some other shit.
Goofy. And that's the new fucking juice.
Yeah.
Like I hate. I hate how you go to the juice aisle and like it's in the future now, so they make a juice for everyone, and it's like they got mini milk or whatever, and
Yeah, I know. I saw
it's
the
fucking goofy.
Goofy's some fruit
It's like
punch,
apple
right?
juice, or
Oh,
it might
no,
be
it's
fruit
fruit-
punch.
it's
You might be
fruit
right, yeah.
punch.
And I think it's like I don't know, Daisy's doing apple juice or some shit. I'm gonna get another beer.
All right.
You
So
continue.
yeah, we went. Can you give me my other soda?
Okay.
I might dump the other one since it's flat. But yeah, we.
Flash, just you put the cap back on.
Oh, but
Oh, mix it without alcohol. That'd be dope.
I thought about it. I don't know if
Want
you.
to make you a rum and coke?
Oh, you got some?
I think I have.
Don't tell me it's coconut.
Bacardi.
Oh,
Let me check. We got Smirnoff. Yeah, Bacardi.
is that? Yeah, give me some good stuff.
Bacardi is rum, right?
You got. Yeah, I'll take it.
Good. Rum and coke.
Yeah. Oh, and Jimmy Ford. I was gonna try Coke and rum at the airport. $20 fucking for a whiskey
Dude,
thing. I was like, fuck that.
That's the thing about drink. I wish I was closer to the mic. That's the thing about drinking. That like going to a bar, especially like in New York or Los Angeles, you want one drink, you're spending at least $20.
No, that's in the airport.
Oh no, it's like anywhere.
Oh, but yeah, no. I think my screwdriver. I don't know why I'm yelling. My screwdriver was like $10, $8 to
at the
$10.
airport? Or where?
No, at Olive Garden.
Yeah, good. Better fucking be at a. No, like when you go to like bars and shit. That's why I don't like going to bars.
So yeah, I got it, and I was like, hell yeah, whatever. Because my first choice, I'm very picky. My go-to was always Moscow Mules.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, I want to try something different. So I have like, I know what I like. I tried I guess before that, we went to some like little Japanese place to eat before. What was it? It was like a cherry alcohol drink with like I think sake or some other shit.
Maybe a sake bomb?
No, it was something else. That was pretty good. It was fruity. I like that. That didn't get really fucked up. I had like 2 tall cups of that. But so yeah, at Olive Garden, I had it. I drank it, and I was like, man, this just tastes straight up like orange juice. Like I don't even taste the vodka. I was like, and I get and like how Adam described it was, oh shit, hit the thing. He was like, okay. He was like, yeah, I was on Dre got it, whatever. Thank you. He's like, Dre got it. I went on my phone for like no more than 20 seconds. Turn around and it was fucking gone.
You just drank.
They was just saying, I was like, Just fucking. I was like, I just tasted orange juice, and I was like, man, this shit's
You
good.
didn't
And he's like, oh,
You didn't even let the ice melt.
no.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, the lady was like, oh, you're done. I was like, can I have another one? She's like, yeah. He's like, you can have another
Try
one.
that,
I was
lick
like,
it.
yeah. Hold on, yeah.
Just drinks up.
Oh.
Too much?
Yeah.
Probably too much rum on there.
Yeah. Usually I try to put like 1/4 alcohol and then like mostly that.
Nah, it's the ice that needs to melt.
Yeah, I'll let him out. But yeah, like when Alex introduced us to like apple juice and apple, is it Jack Daniels?
Apple juice and Jack Daniels?
Well,
What?
no, not Crown.
I think there's an apple version of.
Apple of something. But yeah, you mix that. But like that was like the one thing like Pal liked and he hates drinking, but he liked that. But we put like a little like 1/4 of alcohol and then like mostly apple juice. So but yeah, so I drank it and I was like, can I have another one? And like, okay, like damn Dre, whatever, never seen you this wild, just like joking.
Getting turned.
And then I drank the other one. I was like, man, this is good too. And he's like, hey, can I have it? And he's like, you might want to slow down. I was like, nah, like, I was like, I don't even taste anything. I'm like, I don't even think they put it.
Nah, bro, I'm straight.
So I was like, whatever.
I'm good.
And then like Adrian comes back and he saw, I was like, damn, he had two. And it was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, you feeling good, whatever. And Adrian was like, hella over exaggerating, having like, whoa, look, he's shaking. I was like, I'm not. And like, where I was getting pissed off, I was like, I'm fine, like whatever. He's like,
oh,
I think we're gonna go back. Like, yeah,
he's a mean drunk.
yeah, like shit like that. To where I was getting pissed, and he was like, all right, he's like, you're gonna have a third one, you sure, Dre? And I was like, nah, like, I was like, do you not? And do you think I shouldn't? And he's like, nah. So I was like, all right.
Dre.
So I was like, whatever. And I was like, we just waited for a while, whatever, chilling. And he's like, all right, let's go over here. And this is like at Times Square. That's where the Olive Garden's at. So I'm like, all right. I jump off the tall chair, and then shit just starts fucking moving. And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then
It's
Adrian's
time,
like, you
baby.
good? And I was like, I'm feeling it, man. I'm a bit tipsy. He's like, oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And we're going to take the elevator until Adrian's like, let's take the stairs. And I was like, fuck you. I was like, fuck you. And he's like, you good? Do you need me to hold you? I was like, fuck you. But it was fine. Like, I wasn't too bad. It just was that, like, good sway.
No.
Not even, like, that, yeah. Like, a good, like, sway. And we're just walking. I'm just all happy or whatever.
Swerve.
And, but I knew for sure I couldn't, like, whip my head
Hold up.
fast or
Drink.
that would have fucking got me.
Drink. Damn
Basically how it felt. But and then after a while walking, because we didn't know where we were going until we saw like a Dave and Buster's, and we were like, let's go there. And then by that time, my fucking tipsy fucking died down. I was like, this sucks. I should have my third one. So we go there, and I got a screwdriver there, and that shit tasted fucking nasty. Like I didn't even think I tasted like orange juice in it. It felt like hand squeezed orange juice, even though I saw it come from like a jug.
Yeah.
But it was like they did mostly like liquor.
Well, yeah, about.
And also too, there was already like a fucking fight because one like underage girl supposedly snuck and like took someone's like drinking real fast or whatever, and there's like cops there just like, oh, what is it? I didn't do it, whatever. And the bartender's like, I saw you do it. It's like, no, whatever. And then and then like some other guy that was next to him, like bystander, he's like, nah, she did whatever. He's like, don't do this to me right now. Don't do this to me right now. Like, all riled up.
I'm being accused of drinking.
Yeah, basically. And then so they ended up like kicking her out.
So I had to sit.
Yeah, I was like, fuck. I already didn't want to be there. And I was like, let's just leave. We just stopped again because I think Adam needed to use the restroom.
I got open.
So and then we left. Where did we go? Buzz went down. I didn't even fucking finish that drink. Then we went to like a nice like look like Italian, like a better Olive Garden.
Better Olive Garden.
To where like the bar
Imagine Olive Garden better.
They had like a bar that had like just a shelf and just all liquor, like looked like almost any liquor you could ask for, like the mixed drink.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my screwdriver again.
Hey.
And I drank it, and like again I was like, man, that's straight up orange juice, hell yeah. And then I got a second one, and that was like the last one because the bar was closing. I was like, really on fucking St. Patrick's Day? You fucking kidding me? Drank that one, and I waited. I was like, all right, I'm 2 in. feel it any moment. Just waiting. I'm like,
it's happening.
nothing's happening. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, just waiting. And they're like, Dre, you ready to go to the room? And I was like, yeah. All right. And we go, and he's like, oh, you feeling it? I was like, no. I was like, what the fuck? And we just go up to the room, and it's like, Dre, you good? Whatever. You're going to feel it in the morning. It's like, I'm going to be honest with you. I think this fucker just gave me orange juice.
This guy just gave me orange juice?
And it's like for $12. So like, so for two, yeah, for each. So I got two, like $24. Like for $24, I got 2 fucking cups of orange juice.
Damn.
I was like, fuck this
that.
guy. And also too, he didn't
It's
know.
like the same juice that you try to get your Frank.
I don't,
You want to talk about that?
You know what? That would be funny. I actually told the guy, he's like, this is his 4th or 5th one, but little to no alcohol.
We'll talk
So
about
yeah, oh, that's another story. So
Vegas.
yeah, I got to go to Vegas, and that was when I like experienced being tipsy for the first time. So like, I'll get to it. So like, we tried this place called Sushi Samba, and the thing you got to know about me is I don't like seafood.
Oh, yeah.
And that they only do seafood, but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna waste anyone. It's like $100 per like almost like person.
God damn, that sounds awesome.
And they only give you like just only your like one. So if you get like a roll, it's like you get 1 or 2. That's it.
Probably like the best sushi.
No, it's all fresh and all that whatever. But I was like, I'm not gonna waste their money. It's company money, but still, I'm like, I'm not gonna be that person. I need to try new things. But I need to stop being a bitch.
Yeah.
We tried it. And all the cooked stuff I actually liked. I like the sea bass. I like the volcano shrimp.
Yeah.
But when I tried raw, I'm not a raw person.
Sushi. That's what sushi.
No, yeah, I tried it. I can't. It has to be. I had a cooked one. I don't think it was a California one.
Yeah, luckily in
It
Japan, we're just going to McDonald's.
Yeah, there you go. So
we'll talk about that in a bit too.
Yeah. So yeah, I like the cooked stuff. We went a second time because one of the guys there, sadly, he doesn't work with us, and how I describe him is he sounds and looks a little bit, but Holder is like the guy from Tokyo Drift.
Well,
The cowboy guy.
Hal or Hans?
No, not Han.
Han.
Sean.
Oh,
The American.
Oh, that
Because he's
okay,
Southern.
never mind.
He talks just like him. And
Was
I told
drifting.
I told that to Adam, and I was like, he sounds just like Sean from the. He's like, I never heard it. And I showed him the video. He's like, holy shit, you're right. And then I was like, I'm gonna tell him. Like, no, don't tell him. And then one of the next day, he was like,
So,
he
Dre,
he did the
think I
smile.
sound like...
No, Adam smiled, and I was like, fuck, he's gonna tell. I was like, hey, Johnny. He's like, you know, Dre says you sound like the guy from Tokyo Drift. He's like, huh? And he didn't know. He's like, I never watched it. He's like, yeah, and he played it. He's like, I'll do the way he's like, he played it. And he's like,
drifting.
oh, I see. So you think, just because I'm
all of us
some
Southerners
hillbilly, hillbilly,
sound
whatever.
like Hicks to y'all.
He's like, I see, Dre. I see how it is. And I was like, nah, but you don't understand. That's my favorite movie, my favorite character. He's like, no. You don't have to kiss my ass.
You don't.
Yeah, he's like, nah, it's
You
too
don't
late.
get to talk to me
Yeah.
like that.
So I was like,
Just
fuck.
because I have the Southern drawl.
So I was like, oh. But I told Adam, and I was watching that on the way home, and I was like, I miss him. And I just started laughing.
We're all just Dolly Partons to you, aren't
Yeah.
you? Well, good day, sir.
But he's like the funniest and best guy. That's why I'm sad.
That's
that
why he
he's-
quit. That's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I did it.
Can't
It
take
was funny because that was the last like event he went to. before he
Can't take
quit.
the discrimination.
So yeah, he wanted to go again because I guess that's the thing about him. Like he goes like they stay a week and then he goes like 3 nights a week.
Yeah.
He goes like a week. So he went another time and our table wasn't ready, so we went to the bar, and we all got Moscow mules, and I was like, fuck man, I need to eat something, whatever. We're all drinking. I'm fucking babysitting like how this.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, your table's ready, and I look and everyone's like drinks like either gone or a little bit. And I'm like, fuck, I have like almost like this much. And I was like,
Oh,
fuck,
time
man.
down it.
Yeah, I was like, time to down it. I was like, I drank like about half or like 3/4, and I put it down. I was like, all right, cool. Got off the thing and I was going. I was like, fuck, man. I was like, I must be tired. I was like, all this whatever. And I was just going and I started feeling like this. Started like swaying a bit. I was like, fuck, I must be really tired until I
Hold
sat
up.
down like this. And then
Damn.
like my head, I told Adam, I was like, yo,
Faded.
how
Drink.
how many of these
Fade.
can get you
Drink.
fucked up? And he's like,
Sometimes one.
like they can, like, but a couple. I was like, oh. And then this is what Aubrey said too, and Adam told me. He's like, "Did you eat anything?" And I was like, "No, I'm eating right now." He's like, "Oh, you fucked up."
You don't.
Yeah, he's like, "You fucked up." It's like, "You get a water." And I was like, "Okay."
You are.
Because he's like, "You downed it?" I was like, "Most of it." He's like, "Oh," and he just started laughing.
You don't.
And he started telling all the other guys like he hasn't anything, and he downed that, and they're like, "There's other thing." It was almost like the if you've seen the regular show, the Caroline thing, where it's like. Things like, oh, what's next? It's like, nah. And then he just starts going into they start like tripping. That's
it's just tripping.
I didn't trip, but I was waiting.
Oh,
But yeah,
bro.
so I was like, fuck. I wanted to. I don't want to get drunk to where I feel it the next day, but I want to like feel really good, which I think I did when I joined Third Wheel the Girls Night.
Yeah.
But
when you were fucking playing Spy and shit.
I'll talk about that after Theo Frank's thing. So so
We got to.
fuck, I'm thinking about it. So that was the day before he flew in, and even I was like, enjoy it before he like comes. I'm like, why? So he comes the next day. We're doing the event, and he's like, I'm gonna be there. This is like he says, I just landed, and it was about 12 or 1. We're like, all right, do the event, doing my thing. Adam's doing his thing, and then it's like 3, and he's like, yo, did Theo Frank call you? I was like, no. Like, you haven't heard from him? He's like, no, I haven't heard from him. I thought you would have heard. I was like, no. He's like, it's been like 3 hours. I was like, fuck. And so we call him, and he's like, Frank, where are you? He's like, oh, I went sightseeing, basically going to fucking casino to casino. And the thing about
bar
it,
to bar, drink to drink.
He brought his fucking scooter that has a fucked up battery and can't go far. So we're like, Frank, you're supposed to go from the plane, get an Uber, and come here. And he's like, oh, whatever. And then so we're like, and he's like, come over here. He's like, you got to come over. He's like, a couple hours go by and still. And he's like, where are you? And he's at the, not the Paris, but it has like it's
Bellagio or what?
No, it's close to it, but it had like the Italian clouds, but it's not the famous one. Where it has
It's not Caesar Palace?
It's not the gondola one. No, but it's like the one that's like it.
Uh-huh.
So we go there, and then you're like, what happened? And he's like near outlet, and he's like, I had to charge up, and you're like, oh, and he's like, Frank, what's that in your hand? He's like, oh, it's a Mai Tai. He's like, I couldn't charge for free. I had to buy something. And then Adam looked at me like, and I was like, yeah, like they're really gonna deny this guy to fucking charge. You know what I mean?
Fucking bullshit.
So he was drinking it, and then and he's like, how many had you had? Have Frank? And he's like, oh no, this is my only one. And you're like,
oh, I only have one.
And then we didn't even ask how many on the plane.
Oh,
I don't know.
They don't charge for those.
They didn't serve. I know you're freaked out. Like they didn't serve any alcohol when I was on there. It was like soda water.
No, you have to ask.
Oh, okay. So
but also I don't know I've only been on international flights. So.
Okay. So yeah. So Mai Tai.
My 10 number
We
one.
go. He finishes charging. We get an Uber or a taxi, whatever, to go back to the hotel that we stayed at. Fuck, I forgot what it was called. It was like where Elvis or one of the
Elvis.
Muggsy stayed. Like that was his hotel.
Muggsy, who the fuck?
Muggsy Bolt. Like, hey.
Muggsy Bolt. Oh, that guy. Yeah,
I think so.
I think that's a different guy. But yeah, he plays.
I think it was his. I
Muggsy
forgot.
or something like that.
I forgot what the hotel's called. But it was a cool one. We go, and he's like, I want to play the tables, whatever. And he's like, we're like, all right. And then he's like, Dre, it's too. We had to fucking cancel a reservation because we could have gone and hanging out with like some famous people at something, but because we had to do a prank, we couldn't go.
Yeah.
We go. He's like, I'm gonna go see at Benihana's, which I never tried. He's like, you gotta try it. He's like, Benihana's or these other ones. I'm just gonna put down reservations, whatever calls us. Like, all right. So I go take him to the blackjack table, and he's like, Mijo, go get me a beer or whatever. I was like, oh, okay, I'll go get you one. And I was like, fucking ass. So I just like played it off like going like, oh, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna give it a while, a couple minutes, come back and be like, oh, they ran out, whatever. And I'm all like just waiting, and I see Adam, and he's like, where is he? Like he's at the table. He asked me to get him a beer. He's like, you didn't give him one, right? I was like, nah. I was like, I'm trying to give him some time before I go back. He's like, all right. And he's like, where is he? Right there. And we start walking, and there's fucking 3 beer bottles next to him. And we're like, what the fuck? And he's like, fuck, I forgot. It's like free beer if you play.
Yeah, it's free drinks. Like they just give you drinks.
Yeah. So I was
gotta keep playing.
Fuck, I guess I took too long, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So
Keep
Mai
coming.
Tai, 3 beers, And he's like, Frank, whatever, you gotta slow down. He's like, oh, whatever, just that was my last one, whatever. So we're like, all right, whatever. Luckily, Benihana's was like, hey, someone opt out, you guys can come in. We're like, all right, we go. And like a lady in a kimono gets us, and he's like, oh. Remember what he drank? He goes, oh, what part of Japan are you from? Or he's like, Japanese is like, no. Filipino is like, oh. And then he starts to speak in Tagalog to her. No. He said something. Yeah, no, he said something. And he started speaking Tagalog, and she's like, and I was like, what the fuck is
So
going
not
on?
every Filipino knows Tagalog. Just
Yeah, and he's like, it was something. He said something. No. I think he assumed her race and then spoke in it, and she's like, and then she said, I'm That's when she said, I'm Filipino.
Oh.
I was like, fucking thinking me out, and we're like, so. No, Adam didn't remember. I think he was like drinking too because he's like, fucking all this.
Yeah.
And then so we go sit down. We're at the top thing. Park his chair, sit him in the chair, and they're like, what do you want to drink? Adam's like, I'll have like a whatever soda, and they're like, I'll have a Coke, and he's like, I'll have a Mai Tai, and we just like, he's sitting in the middle of us, and we just lean behind him and just look at each other like, what the fuck? So Adam's like, I gotta go to the restroom. I'm like, all right, and I'm just talking to him, and I guess like behind the scenes, Adam didn't need to go to the restroom, but stopped the waitress and said, put little to no alcohol in this Mai Tai, because he's whatever. Like, oh, okay. So Adam comes back, I just telling him like, oh, whatever, and the lady gives him his thing. And it's just like in the cartoons where like his lips are right, touches it, sips a bit, puts it down. It's like, I don't like it. And we're like, huh?
God,
and I was like, that. He's like, I don't taste anything. And then Adam like looked at me until he explained later. He's like, I told him this and this. Like, how the fuck from one sip does he not know?
He knows instantly there's like no alcohol.
So
After
he's like,
so many beers and so many Mai Tais.
yeah. So he's like, can you give me a beer, whatever beer they had. So, and then he had fucking 3 during that. So he's about another Mai Tai and like nine drinks in. And then we go up to and we leave, and this motherfucker's like swerving on his fucking thing, almost running people over.
Scooter.
And we're like, hey, Theo, over here. Like, and like someone's coming here, and he's like, like this. Is like, hey, and I had to like push him like this way. We go up to the room, whatever. He's like, oh, whatever. Adam's like, I'm fucking tired. Just like crashes on the thing. I'm on my bed, like facing the wall, and there's like a couch. So the couch is behind me. I'm facing like the headboard at the wall, editing, and then all I hear is, ugh. He's like, Mio. I was like, yeah. And he's like, man, I slipped off the couch. The floors are like real slippery. They're real silky, whatever.
Yeah.
And I already knew in my head. I was like, fucking lie.
I told you that when you told me this before, that grandma said the same exact thing when she fell in the bathroom and she had to go to the hospital on Christmas.
Yeah, I remember that.
Holy, everyone, like that was when. Grandma has
blood everywhere.
Oh yeah, and she.
I went in the I think I went in the restroom and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I went to go. I don't know if I got you or I got
like she
someone.
was so turned like that Christmas that she just came out of the bathroom. And like no one said anything. She had like all this blood in the back of her head. You went to the bathroom.
No, I went to the bathroom. Blood everywhere. Everyone checked like, who's this from? And then everyone's like, from you. And they're like, no, it was me, grandma. But she was out. And then she came, and my dad's like, Nana, come here. And she's like, what? And then she came, and they checked her.
Yeah, the back of her head.
Blood, gashed. And then sit her down, and they're checking her like, oh, whatever. And I remember they didn't want me to see. I was like, oh, and I remember you had to. We played on the GameCube. We were playing
we're
hockey.
Playing games.
We were playing hockey.
What?
Yeah, no, it was hockey.
Oh, yeah.
It was hockey, and I had the like, TV screen.
Awesome games and shit.
And then I fucking got mad at you because you would start a fight in the game. You could just start a fight and beat the shit. I was like, why are you starting a fight? Because I didn't know how to fight back. And I was like, 5.
Well, I don't want to fight.
Yeah, and then I think to make me feel better, like, you actually, like, try to let me fight you. Like, you started the fight. But
fine, you punch. Like, I honestly don't remember that because all I remember was that everybody went to the hospital except for like a few people, like your dad, and I think you and me, and like a few other people, because like we were just chilling at the house, and that's where we found out that the only place that's open on Christmas is Jack in the Box. And so we had Jack in the Box because she made the tamales, but she was so drunk she fucked up the tamales apparently. I do not remember.
That's the only thing I remember. I didn't even know it was Christmas.
Yeah, it was Christmas Eve.
I just thought we
because
were
we
all
celebrated
there.
Christmas Eve, and like I remember afterwards they were talking about tamales were all messed up because Grandma was drinking the
Some
entire
fucking
day.
blood in tamales.
There's all this blood in the tamales.
These are some super red tamales.
Oh man. Ugh.
What was the joke that you had that you would pozole? You were like you would tell us like, is this red or green pozole?
What?
Yeah.
I do not remember that.
Yeah, it was like one Thanksgiving or Christmas. You went to grandma's and you're like, oh, we have pozole or menudo, and you're like, is it red or is it green? No, that's Pal. What
That
did
was
you?
Pal.
Was it?
That was not
Was
me
it
at all.
tamales for you?
No.
You said something where you're like, is it this or this? And then like,
Pozole or maybe it's pozole or menudo.
no, but there is a Pal. I guess you guys did the same joke. So my dad like
Nah.
started making fun of you. You're like, red or green? What the fuck? What does it matter? But what was it going? So yeah, he called me. He calls me over. I'm like, all right, I'll help you up. And it's like, I just see his head, and the closer I get, and I'm like, oh, he's shirtless. Fuck, okay. And then the closer I get, I just see his butt, literal butt ass, fucking naked. And I'm like, no one told me this guy fucking sleeps naked. And he's like, oh, mijo, help me up, whatever. I'm like, fuck, man, I ain't trying to see everything. So I'm like this, looking away, but also trying to pick him up, and I couldn't. So I'm like, Adam, and then Adam just like fucking shot up, like, and then goes to me, and I'm like, I need help. He's slipped off. He's like, all right, and then he goes and he sees Theo Frank, and he just goes, and then proceeds to help me, and I'm like, oh, this might be the first time. And I learned later that
day.
Adrian had to always help him up, and then to the point where he had to like help him like in the restroom and all that. And he's like, man, fuck this. Isn't this a job for like Mario or Zayas to fucking do this shit? He was like, I didn't want to see Papa naked. Yeah. So I'm like, fuck. But yeah, it just sucked. It ended up being babysitting. There was like one time where we got invited to a concert. What is it? Metalachi.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't want to stay. He was like, you know what, mijo, you'll stay. I'll go to the hotel that's right there. And we're in like the fucking hood. And he wanted to take his ass like 10 blocks, driving all the way down with this scooter that doesn't even have a lot of battery. And this guy was like rolling with an envelope full of money that was hanging out.
Oh my
and I was like, nah. And he's like, if Adam doesn't show up. And I was like, no, Adam's going to show up. Just wait. And then I ended up keeping him the whole time. He's like, Adam didn't show up. Whatever. And I just texted Adam like, hey, just say something happened. I just kept telling him that you had to show up, even though he already texted me like, I'm not going to show up. So, but yeah, that shit was fucking crazy.
God damn it.
What was the other one?
Drake got drunk. Where like you were.
Oh, the super spies.
Oh, you
I went to
dumbass.
Spice.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's not really a story. It was just.
Yeah, no, I just hung out with like friends, her and her friend, like a coworker through like the credential program, and yeah, we went to Yard House, and I was just telling them like these stories and like what happened at the stories at the strip club too. That's another drunk one too. Yeah, and then I experienced like female toxicity that time. Toxicity because her friend was like, my boyfriend whatever said he's at Billy's eating with his friends, but I don't know if it's true. Maybe there was some girls whatever. She's like, let's go over there, and I was like, I'm having fun. I was like, fuck it, let's go. And I think I didn't have a margarita. I had something. I had something that she had, and I had two of those. So we went, and I was like, man, I'm too loose to fucking do this shit. So she was like, you guys go into Billy's. Billy's is the big one, right? With the statues and all that?
Yeah.
So
Billy's.
yeah, we go to Billy's, and then I'm all looking for this. Aubrey goes first, and then I go in because like I actually had to use the restroom. And then, like before we go in, Aubrey's so fucking far that she's like, we gotta pretend that we don't know each other. We gotta get our story straight. I came here for a birthday, whatever, and that, and I'm just like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna do my own thing. So I went to the restroom, whatever, and I tried to like go, and the lady was like, oh, you're looking for something? And I was like, oh, I'm trying to look for a party. They told me to meet them here, whatever. I don't know. And she's like, oh, okay. And I just went, looked, and I was like that. And then I was passing, like, fuck, I don't see this fucker. I passed, and I saw, and the description was he's a skinny guy with like a dad hat, and then two like muscly guys next to him, which I saw, and I was like, okay, no girls. And then I go outside. And then I go to the car to the lady. She's like, so is he there? I was like, yeah. She's like, you didn't get pictures? Like, that would have been awkward as fuck. Like, I can't pull up the phone.
Why do you fucking take... Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to do that. And she's like, okay, well, he's just him, right? And there's two guys like, yeah, it looks like him and fucking two linebackers. I was like, yeah. And she's like, okay,
Sounds
where's
alright.
Aubrey? I was like, she not back? She's like, no, she's in there. I was like, what the fuck?
What?
And I text her like, where are you? And she's like, I'm at the bar. And I go. I was like, what the fuck? And I go, and then she sees me. She's like, hey, what are you doing here? I was like, oh my god. And she's already drinking. I was like, oh my god. She's like,
God
so
damn it.
what brings you here? I was like, you fucking know. And I just whispered her
Oh,
like, you don't have to
damn.
act this much. She's like, they're gonna suspect everything. They're onto us. And I was like, yeah. Basically, I was like, you don't have to just fucking talk to me. She's like, yeah. So I'm thinking about having my cousin's party. I'm like, she's going like full on fucking like drama.
Inventing people and shit.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? And
She
then we
know
leave,
that.
and I tell her friend, like, yeah, she had like a whole story. She's like, they were gonna be onto us and kick us out, yada yada. And even her friend was like, oh my fucking god, fucking dramatic ass.
It's
Yeah, I
already-
was like, I was just normal, like, yeah, I'm just here to see. Oh,
Of all
they're
the
not here,
people, Dre
whatever.
was normal.
Yeah. I was like, okay. Then we
Damn
left,
it.
but yeah, and then I told her the strip club one. I didn't
Oh yeah. Do you want to talk about that again?
I'll run through it because the details.
Speed
is,
run.
like, yeah. So
I've heard the story 3 times.
Yeah.
And it gets worse every time.
yeah, that's why I'm like I won't give it the details.
Not
So-
worse as in it's best. It's worse as in fuck. That
Yeah.
sucks.
And it's funny because like I in these stories I sound so innocent when it's like I'm not really. I'm being honest, but I make myself sound like it.
You're the innocent one in this one, Dre. You're pure.
So for like the longest, I've been working at the strip club, like doing their
Jesus
videos.
pleasers?
Yeah, Jesus pleasers. I'm not gonna even give them a shout out, even though they fucking after what happened. Wow.
Isn't that cool?
So I told him like they always ask like, man, you should. The guy's like every time he pays me a lot of money, he gives me like $600 for a video. I asked for 4, and he's like, nah, 6. I'm like, okay, I ain't fucking arguing.
Alright, what?
Oh, cool, dude. So he's like, man, now go buy. Like every time I get it, he's like, man, now go buy some dances, man, so I can get my money back. And I told him like one time, there was like a rocky thing that happened, and then we're cool and like to, like, make everything cool. I was like, hey, you know what? The next time I come, or I did something in Ontario. I was like, you know what? I'll come down to give you your video. I'm gonna buy a dance. And he's like, what? Hell yeah, whatever. He's telling the other manager, they're like, yo, Dre's gonna buy a dance, and everyone starts like, all shocked because I don't. That's not my
Dre don't
thing.
get no dances. Yeah.
I don't. I know it's all fake. You mean, and I did their like training video, so it's like you got to do this and this and this, and you'll fucking get their money. So I'm like, all right. And then so throughout the night, I'm all being like a bitch, like, oh, okay, I promised them. I know they're waiting, even though I probably could have just fucking left. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna get a dance, and I'm all looking. I was like, fuck, if I had to get a dance from someone, like, who's it gonna be? And I'm all looking. I'm like, nah, not
Who's
her,
it
not
gonna
her. And I'm like, maybe her. You know what I mean, she has something to offer. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm all waiting. I'm like, oh, I'm all too shy, like whatever. And then like she leaves, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, who's my new? And like every time like one would leave, like someone would come because it's like shifts. So and like it just kept going on and on until like the last couple hours. I'm like, fuck, man, like I'm just gonna leave. Like I'm pretty sure they don't mind, but at the same time they'd be like, man, you promised us a dance and we're waiting for it. Until like this one girl came in and I did a photo shoot with her, and I was like, you know what? Out of all the girls, she has stuff to offer. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go with her. I go to the manager lady and I'm like, yo, I like to get a dance, and she's like, oh, yeah. I was like, who? And I got the VIP, like, it sounds bad. It's not really like back room.
Dirty Man Express.
Yes, but it's like a room, but they just have like curtains that like dividers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like clothes like that, but you can somewhat still see through. So I'm like, all right, yeah, so and so. She's like, oh, all right, yeah, that's a good one. I'm like, all right, cool. So, cause what I wanted, I was like, man, I don't want like a whatever girl. I want like someone that offer it, but also like a bit.
Knows what she's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. So I'm like, all right, cool. waiting, and she had like a dance with someone else in the back, and I was like, fuck. And it was fucking $200 for 35 minutes. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, man. And when I found out, when I tell this story, everyone's like, that's a lot. And I was like, oh, fuck, really? I thought it was a good deal.
I thought I got a
I thought I
deal.
got a good deal. So I'm like, okay. Waited, and I was like, man, I could probably like back out because they didn't take my money yet. And then she like comes out, And like she goes back like, all right, Dre, you ready? I was like, oh, okay. And I gave her the money. The lady changes and she's like, all right, sweetie, you ready to go? I was like, yeah. I'm like, fuck. So she's all like taking me to the back, and we'll like pick a room. Like, all right, cool. And she's like, all right, yeah, just get comfortable. And they have like, it looks like it's like a chair couch. It reminds you of like the doctor's office where it's like a recliner couch chair type of thing. So I'm like, all right, it's like you can get comfortable. So you can take your shoes off, whatever. Like, all right, and then like take my shoes off, and I could picture how I fucking like went up on the couch. I looked like a fucking baby on all fours, like clanging on there. And I was like, man, this looks fucking embarrassing. And I was like, all right. And then she plays music, whatever, gets all ready, and she's already like has like a fucking white styrofoam cup, like drinking shit already.
Hey.
And like she's like, yeah, whatever. Before she gets,
I thought you were going speed run to this bitch.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, she's like, babe.
Right.
Other like what she tells me. So like, you want to babe? I was like, no, I'm cool, whatever. And then she starts going. I'm like, all right, cool, just a lap dance, but like fucking not really sitting. It's like kicked up. So yeah, she's going. I'm like, all right, cool. And then it gets to the part where it's like, I knew they got naked, but I was like, okay, it still shocked me.
Naked.
Yeah, and then like
you
halfway
see stretch
through,
marks and everything.
Halfway through, I was like, I wasn't like touching her because she was like, yeah, you can touch anything but down there. I was like, all right. And then like halfway through, I was like, man, I'm not even getting my money's worth or whatever. So I started going, and then like the dance ends, and I was like, man, this is pretty cool. And my dumbass all like
prattling it up.
Testosterone up or whatever you want to call it up. So I was like, yeah, man, like if I can, I'll get another dance. And
Yeah, I'd
like,
like to get another one of these.
Yeah,
days.
so she's like, oh, you want another one? I was like, yeah. She's like, okay. And then she goes, rushes. And then the manager comes, like, you want another one? I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, she was good, huh? I was like, yeah. So she's like, I gave her the $200, now fucking $400. She comes back dressed in a different outfit and then starts going, whatever.
Good thing you got paid.
And then in the middle of it, she's like, do you want whatever she's drinking? She's like, you want some? And I was like, man, I already said no to like vaping. I don't want to look like a pussy. So I was like, sure. And she gave me.
I don't want to look like a pussy
so
in front of a girl that paid me $400.
So I drink the drink. It's like in a Hennessy bottle, small one, but it wasn't Hennessy. She said it was like she told me something else.
Jungle juice.
So I drink it, and I'm like, all right, cool. And then the problem with the story is Aubrey got mad because she's like, what the fuck are you doing drinking whatever? Have you never watched the movie Hustlers? Like, nah. Like, what the fuck is it? Until I thought about it, she brought up Cardi B, and I remember that she would drug people. I was like, fuck, I didn't even think about it. I was just like, I didn't want to look like a pussy. But my
Cardi
defense,
B did that in real life.
Yeah, and my defense was, well, she drank it too. I was like,
oh yeah, but she's not.
She's
used to
we're
it.
going down together.
It's the
She's
assassin's
immune.
bottle. It's a little trap door for poison.
No, she just doesn't swallow.
This trick bottle made specifically for clients. She just puts her hand over the little hole. It's like, this is go-go juice.
But yeah, and I guess it's a sum of both. Yeah,
Psych! NyQuil!
just rips off the Hennessy thing. It's just fucking NyQuil, extra strength.
And Dre's like, oh shit, I'm allergic.
So yeah, I drink it. Everything goes, and then like, I guess it's matching the other dance in this one. Yeah, it starts going good, and she's all asking me questions, age and shit. I was like, all right, cool. Until she remembers who I am, and she feels more comfortable. She's all going, whatever. Yeah, she's like, you that photographer? I was like,
right.
Right. So, like, she's all like moaning and shit, asking me questions like, yeah, what do you do? Where have you gone to work, whatever? And then she's like, the one question that like I was like, oh yeah, this, like I'm all like, oh hell yeah. And then she's like, so is that like war in Ukraine start going? I was like, when did we start getting too political? And I was like, I kind of getting turned off now.
So, man.
Because it was like hella sexy. Because it was like, yeah, where do you live? Like, ooh, same age?
Live?
Oh. Like, oh, it's not far from where I live. So I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, yeah.
What's your mother's maiden name?
Yeah. And she's like, oh. And then she's like, and that's when she brought up the question, like, well, this took like a fucking turn.
Damn, we're Man, Russia, right?
Yeah, basically. But it was funny because it was like like her like whatever. I don't get into it.
God damn it.
But yeah, so it went all on that. Dance finishes, and it was everything cool. Then when I looked like a bitch, so I was like, well, I guess I'll leave. But before I left, I know she was like, yeah, I'm trying to get a tip or whatever before. So I was like, all right. My dumbass, all like, hell yeah.
Ball out.
Gotta fill up a girl. I was like, I'm a tipper. I pulled out 60, and in my head, I was like, fuck, I should, like, that's too much. I should just give her 20. But she already saw me, like, have three $20 bills. Like, fuck, too late now. So I'm like, well,
Drake,
I gave her $60. And
not
she's
looking
yeah,
like
thanks.
a bitch, costing you a lot of money,
I
Drake.
know.
I like how, like,
Not looking like a bitch.
the
it's making
money,
it look like
the
a bitch.
profit you made off of at least
Oh,
two
yeah.
videos.
No,
is
basically,
gone.
I gave him the video.
Yeah.
I gave him the money back.
All the money that you made over the videos, like, you just gave her.
Yeah. But the sad part was I went home and I went home, I was like, hell yeah, this and this. Like, had a good time. Fucking woke up and I was like, I just wasted $400.
That's what, $400.
Yeah, I was like,
well, that's always been my ideology of, like, strip
no, but
clubs.
it was funny because I went in there knowing I'm gonna waste money, and then when I wasted money, it was still a shock, but it was stupid. You know what I mean?
It's like gambling, but you're not gonna win anything. Like,
Yeah.
that's like you're just gonna.
She
lose
made me think I was
money.
gonna fucking win something after.
Like, yeah, like there's no sex in the champagne room, as we all know, but like, Dre's
actually,
there's sex in the champagne
there's certain.
room.
I've been told from an ex-worker,
There is sex,
and
in
I've
the
seen
champagne.
evidence that there is sex in the champagne room.
Oh shit!
There's certain girls, and I know certain ones. Which, like, the girl told me, was like, yeah, so and so and so and so. Like, oh yeah, I can see it.
Oh.
First, I was like, the story was told.
Well, we're not talking about specific places that we know.
Jesus pleasers.
Yeah, Jesus pleasers, I think, could do that, but nope, we're just speculating at this point because that is not legal.
So, so
though it should
the
be.
story that the girl told me that used to work there, she was like, yeah, one customer was like, hey, can you help me move the thing? And like, it moved. She's like, yeah. And I guess when she said she moved it, she saw just like a bunch of fucking used condoms under the couch.
Ugh.
And I was like, and at first I was like, oh, maybe she's fucking with me. But that same night, before I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do it. I went to the restroom and I looked down. And I was like, oh fuck, someone left with toilet paper, haha. And I looked closer and I was like, this is a fucking used condom that's on the fucking floor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Because I think, like, because I don't know what the point of going to a strip club is. Like, you're gonna have a boner all day and shit.
Yeah.
Just like that's it. You're just like around a bunch of random ass people with boners.
And it was sad.
So it only makes logical sense. Maybe people are like condoming up, jacking off, and just leaving the evidence.
That's what unless
if they're just straight up fucking, like, I guess that makes even more sense because like
one had to. I think I want to say it's like if you. I don't know if it's like we're gonna be here for 2 hours, or like you just like buy the dance and then they're like, hey, give me 200 more and we'll just do it. Or there's one guy that like paid.
Well, that'd be prostitution, which is
no. But there was one guy that paid for 4 fucking hours.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand.
I mean,
and it was with,
why would they pay for 4 hours? Oh, okay.
But it was with one of the girls I was told that does it.
Oh.
So that's why I was like, I don't know if you pay, if you like reach the hour mark, then it's free.
Damn.
Or, you know what I mean?
Damn, Sharkeisha. I mean, like, I think that's what's happening, but yeah.
But they don't, I'm pretty, I don't know. It's probably,
legally, they can't do that. Like,
yeah, no, I know that.
But it's like,
but I don't know
on
if
the down low.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like, if you pay 4
Who's
hours,
snitching?
then we do it. Or it's like, you pay, like, for the dance, and then under the table, you give me like a couple hundred.
Cool.
That's what I'm trying to think. I don't know. But yeah, the guy was like, 4 hours, and one of the other girls knew, was like, oh, can you last that long or whatever? He's like, oh yeah, whatever. And me being innocent was going over my head. I was like, yeah, man. They're like, what's she gonna do for 4 hours?
Damn, man.
So, yeah.
You really like strip clubs.
But it's funny because like I know.
Put it on more clothes. Man, that's weird.
So like. Fuck, I'm losing my train of thought.
Sorry.
I'm trying to think. What? How far are you in this?
Not far. Like, I know. I was watching a YouTube video of like how to get like the best samurai shit, and like I'm just kind of speed running through all that.
Oh, okay. Now I remember. I was like, let me tell you. You take it for a while. Yeah. So yeah, I know all this is fake because especially the story of this guy. He's like, yeah, and one of the girls I took photos of, that was her favorite, which is like, fuck her and her sister. If I had to choose, like, I'll choose them too. If I had to get another dance. He was like, yeah, I went to the casino and I won like $2,000 or $3,000, and he's like, yeah, I needed new tires for my truck, but you know what? I just came here and gave it all to so and so, and I was like, wow. He's like, I got to spend the whole day with so and so, yada 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 yada. It's like, it was cool. I don't have much money right now, but at least I had that day with her, or whatever. I was like, fuck, dude, you gave her like that.
It's just like thing is like, man, you just gave her that much money to watch her take off clothes. You are stupid, sir.
But yeah, because
I'm the smart boy.
No, but I knew what I was going into because I knew I was going to regret it. But I know everything is fake, and that's what doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
It's like you're just paying a lot of money for these.
It's the illusion.
These girls to give a shit about you.
What?
Because it's cool that now, but then you're gonna go back, but they don't fucking remember your name or whatever. They don't remember you. Remember your money, but not you. So that's why I'm like, eh. That's why clubs were not much my thing.
Yeah.
And it's hard too. The thing about me too is I can't. Will be hard for me to ask for a dance when I've like worked with a certain person because I kind of made a friendship. Like the one I want to dance from, or the couple of the ones I want to dance from, is like, I can't because I worked with you, so it's gonna be very fucking awkward, especially if I gotta like do photos for you, because anything I'll say will not be like, oh, it's for the poster. It's like, oh, it's just for fucking him.
Yeah.
So that's all. Like, I can't. It's like we made a friendship, and it's asking your
no,
friend,
but I think like
hey.
you just like think too. You think too purely.
Yeah, no, and that's what they said too.
Like,
the guy always tells all the other girls like he's reserved.
Yeah, he's reserved. And it's like
he's reserved for Jesus.
This life ain't for him. This life, he does the photos.
Yeah.
He ain't into this.
So.
It's like,
and they all.
Yeah, I don't. Me as the same way. Like I don't get it. Where like I just don't get it. Like,
yeah, no, I get you. Because I never thought about it too. I was like, oh, that's cool, strip clubs. But I was like, I don't want to dance. Like, why?
Yeah, it's like I don't get it.
I just did it to
but I'm not
curiosity.
I'm not in the position of a person that would get it.
Yeah.
Like
like I said, I did it.
Different strokes for different.
Yeah,
strokes.
I did it because I was like, I'm always gonna be curious, and I just want to know. I was like, cool, now I know. So whenever someone talks about it, I'm like, yeah, I know. So like one girl too, like she I guess she got her boobs done, and she was like, do you want to fill? And I was like, and in my head I was like, I haven't paid to get this opportunity, so no. I was like, no.
You turn into David Lynch. I haven't paid for this opportunity.
So,
thank you for.
Oh, this sounds. Yours sounds more like a gold member.
Oh. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, good.
But yeah, and then she's like, "You sure?" And in my head, I was like, "You fucking idiot!" Like that was the time where I was like, "You could touch tits for the first time, or whatever."
Yeah, touch titties.
So I was like, "Nah, I'm good." And then she's like, all like confused, and she's like, "You're real nice, huh?" I was like, "Yeah, like I don't like," but she's like, "I like that about you." I was like, "All right, cool."
Yeah, I like
and then
that
she
about
left,
you.
and I was like,
"Yeah, that's good. That's nice."
"Yeah."
Yeah, that's
So
some people different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. But it's funny too because I think word got around. So like a lot of girls, whenever I would sit, they would try to like talk to me. But now they know that I'm reserved and I'm just the camera guy. They just stop. So, but yeah, no, it's cool.
Titties are
I haven't got a job. That's that thing too is they always promise like, hey, we're gonna do this. We're supposed to do something at Rollerama. Remember I've been saying that for the longest, and they always fucking lag on that shit. Which I'm waiting for, but nothing. Like that's like I was talking to my dad about. It's like it sucks because I've worked with like 5 people and they do call me back, but it's not like set in stone shit. So I can't be like, oh yeah, I know I'm gonna make like this much this year.
Nothing's guaranteed.
Because they always say like, yeah, I want you back like in this couple weeks or a month, but they never do. So that's what sucks.
Man.
So that's why I'm like that's what worries me.
Take
but
them
luckily,
with a grain of salt. Just make sure you
Yeah.
get a job. Yeah, it looks like you're more focused. Like he says that, but until I'm doing it, or until I'm working, or until I'm actually getting paid, it's like it's not a guarantee.
Yeah. like I said when I was saying,
They
like,
may have good intentions, but that's what good intentions are.
yeah, that's why like my
Don't pay the bills.
like all my people I went to school was like, yeah, you're living the dream or your dreams. I'm like, not really.
No, you ain't a famous. Well, we are famous.
Yeah, well, they're like, oh, you're filming. I was like, yeah, but I don't want to film this little shit. I want to film a fucking movie. Until I film a movie and get paid like six figures, and yeah.
Until Avatar 3: The Reckoning.
We talked. Oh, me and it's funny. Pal finally admitted that he's like, man, you got to work for Marvel because we're like talking all this shit about Multiverse of Madness.
Oh yeah. Hey, did you watch it?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it? Well, like, cause I didn't watch it. I was supposed to. So I was supposed to take Dakota's mom to go, and I was really going to a month in, but then.
Have you ever watched? Did you watch Halloween Kills?
No, I haven't watched any horror movie. I don't watch horror movies.
Oh fuck, my bad. Yeah.
I don't watch any horror
Sorry.
movies. That's fine.
I'm not in your category since I watch horror movies.
Hell, you're cool now. Like, yeah, like that's respect. I can't.
No,
handle that
it
shit.
still freaks me
So
out.
that's what
but I
like
it.
that's the thing about the movie is that so I was like for the past year it's like, oh, it's gonna be horror like movie. That's what I've been hearing and
Yeah.
shit. And then like a month in, I've been hearing like, yeah, people that watched it, yeah, it's a horror movie. And I'm like looking into it. Maybe it's an actual because Sam Raimi that.
No,
did it.
it's more of just like.
No, there's jump scares.
Yeah, it's just jump scares.
That's my problem.
It's not, yeah, no.
Like I can't handle that shit.
So one is.
And I know all of them.
Yeah.
I researched, looked them up. And
Oh,
shit.
you prepared yourself?
And so I was supposed to take Dakota's mom to go, and I was like, "Fuck!" There's like jump scares. I'm gonna be fucked up like from this movie. I have to drink to watch any horror movie. I have to drink. I've watched.
My
only...
tactic is joking.
No, I really don't like any kind of jump scares, so I have to drink.
That's same.
The only movie I've watched that's a horror movie is Insidious, and the only reason why I watched it was because I was with friends.
I told you about my experience.
And I was with friends, and we were at a house. They're like, "Let's watch a horror movie," and I'm like, "You guys are fucking assholes, cool, but I don't want to look like a little bitch." So I have to drink. I drank like a 6-pack of Michelob Ultras, and so that movie became V is Drunk, the movie, because that's what everyone remembers is that where
Oh, I think
I
don't remember it, but you told me that's what
I was just doing a comedy.
yeah, when
bit.
you're like, that's
No. So there's a part in like one of the parts in the movies where everyone was scared, and I was like, "What happened?" And like, "No, you didn't see it." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I didn't see anything. What happened? Run that shit back."
Oh
and,
yeah, you're like,
and they replayed it, and it's a part where I think they're looking in like the baby's crib, and like you see a face or something like that shit. I still don't know, but like I still didn't see it the second time. So I said, hey, it was my friend's house, and it was the little brother that was in charge of the controller.
Yeah.
Or in charge of going to the TV and rewinding it. And I was like, hey man, yo, run that shit back. And then they did it again. I couldn't see it again. So like for 5 different times, yo, Ivan. And I did the finger motion to run that shit back.
Yeah, you were like...
And they were like, you just fucking with us. It's like, no, I don't see it. But after 6 Michelob Ultras, I'm like... 6 Michelob Ultras in one sitting. Like, of course, I don't see shit. Oh, yeah. So that's the only time I watched a horror movie.
I told you...
This time, I was like, oh, I guess... We're going to Studio Milva Grill, so I guess I got to drink hella for this one. And that happened for any time I watch a movie that I think it might be scary. Like, I would drink beforehand. Like, I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and that's about the Manson family killings. So I knew something was going to happen near the end, and there's parts of that movie that feel like a horror movie. So at the start, I just downed this entire IPA, this big-ass IPA before watching the movie. But that was a good movie. It was not... Thankfully, yeah, it was not even a horror movie.
So... I go to Studio Movie Grill because one, it's close to my house, and like, and also two, it's just service.
Yeah.
You
get to eat.
A lot of people shit on it. It was like, well, it's cool because I don't have to fucking leave my seat.
It's like
it's not
an IMAX screen, sure, and it's like way better seats and everything like that. Yeah, it's $10.
Even when you're close, you're not that close. But like in the front, you're
Yeah.
really not that close. I remember I've been to a movie where I'm in the front row and I was just like
looking up.
and my neck was fucking hurting. I forgot what movie that was, but I told you the Insidious one, right? Like the part I don't think you remember it, where like the kid fucking runs and jumps into the cabinet.
Oh yeah, that is a jump scare, and like I remember watching that and laughing.
Yeah, no, I hate. I watched this in the morning with like Anthony and our friend Junior, and I hated it because remember the house we stay at is like haunted. So I was like, I ain't trying to see that.
Your ass has lived in city. Your house you grew up in.
I met
like,
the old lady.
The lady across from your pool. Oh wait, and your little.
No, that was my uncle, Virgin Mary, and like walked across our pool.
Oh my god! Yeah.
And then as he fucking left and she was gone. Me was trying to get a ball off a shelf and she's like, "You want?"
No,
help?
you were saying you were up late at night and you would look out into the backyard.
No. You're getting it mixed up with my.
Oh
uncle.
really? I thought it was you.
Ricky had anger issues, and like they made him wash the dishes. And supposedly the Virgin Mary always comes to like, not naughty kids.
I thought
but,
you
like,
said that
help.
you would.
No. I was always scared to.
Oh, I
was scared to
go
because I heard
late
that
at night?
story.
Yeah, okay.
And that's
Look
why
out.
like I don't do dishes at night. Because
Mhm.
they don't have fucking curtains right there.
Yeah.
I was like, you put
'Cause
curtains
you
up
would look,
and then we'll
you
talk.
would look outside the backyard. I thought you would look outside the backyard and see like a lady
No.
across the.
No, that was my
pool.
uncle, and then she was like, "What the fuck?" And then like she just like floated across, and you said eyes, no eyes, and like bleeding.
Yeah, bleeding eyes or some shit.
Yeah.
There was another one where like, was it your little brother that said, or was it you that said something like, I was talking to the old lady in the closet.
No, that was me. I was
That
going to
was
the closet,
you.
and I wanted to get a ball, and then like a lady's like, "What are you doing?" And I turned around, I was like, "Oh, I'm trying to get this ball, whatever." And I thought it was like a tia or whatever cousin.
Mhm.
She's like, "Oh," and she got it for me, and she's like, "All right, bye." I'm like, "All right, bye." Got the ball, and I had it, and my mom's like, "What are you doing with the ball?" I put it on the thing. It's like, "Well, so and so got it." It's like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, "So and so." It's like, "It's only me and you."
That one lady.
And then she got freaked out. But here's the thing about that. I'm kind of debunking that because I have now like a bit of memory where I kind of like climbed and got it myself.
Oh,
And,
well, maybe
like,
that
bullshitted.
was
But my
maybe-
mom comes back and says, "No, you're not the first one to see that lady in the house."
because
And you described it just
I
like
think
how she is.
Marky
I'm like,
did.
"Fuck."
Didn't your little brother
I think
do that?
so.
Like your brother did it when he was really little, but he doesn't remember it at all.
Yeah.
And it's always that kind of shit. And I'm like thinking
That's why I don't like
is-
staying in
Maybe
there.
your own mind is trying to like make it
Nah,
logical.
no, you're good. You're like,
no,
no,
that didn't happen.
making up even fake.
It's like it's distorting your own memory because
Yeah,
like,
I learned. Like I said again, I learned that in class where it's like, you sometimes you make up shit. The
Yeah.
older you get, you make up shit.
Mhm.
Your mind to fill in those gaps.
Yeah.
And make sense. And sometimes you just mix two memories together. So maybe there was another instance where I did climb up there one time and probably just mixing both.
or your memory is just
Maybe she
being
has-
distorted now, but what really happened was there's a ghost in your house.
She actually possessed me. There's a lot of missing gaps. In
That's
there.
always cool because I never had that. I never had any of that. Everybody else, like Nico and Ricky, would see Grandpa at Grandma's house after he was dead, like several times and shit. I never got any of that.
No, that freaked me out.
Yeah,
I think that's what started the whole me being scared of paranormal shit because of that.
Well, yeah, 'cause it was basically that house was like. Didn't they say it was like built over like an ancient burial ground, like that neighborhood?
No.
I remember
No.
them saying something like it was like that land used to be like ancient burial ground for Native Americans. It's probably not true, but because that's the basis behind Poltergeist, the movie.
Yeah. No, the one thing is the only thing that I doubt it would trigger it. But we had a aunt or a grandma that like was dying and she insisted to die in that house and she died in that living room.
Oh,
Like just
I'm haunted this
like
shit.
yeah, basically brought fucking friends too, I guess.
Yeah,
Maybe that's the
like,
lady I saw. Was
you know,
just
all
a
these
family member.
old-ass ladies like, don't I got something better to do?
Yeah. Yeah, that's scary.
Alright,
I
so-
can't remember. What was it? You brought up so we're WandaVision. Yeah,
Oh, yes,
not WandaVision, but
So I know
Multiverse of Madness.
I knew that it was going to be like a horror movie, in the sense that there was going to be jump scares, there was going to be a lot of blood and
yeah, there was a
gore
where I
and
was
shit,
like, ah,
and a lot
like
of
that.
people fucking dying, and
Yeah.
I even saw like because I had to look up like people were
Do you want to title this spoiler real quick?
spoiler cast, but
Okay.
no one's gonna
Yeah.
shit, like so the major jump scare I saw because I was googling it was they're like staring at a blast door and shit, and waiting
Oh.
for Wanda to come out, and then she comes from the side and she's like black with red eyes.
Yeah.
And like I saw that, I was like, "Oh, this is one of those fucking
Yeah, she
horror
pulled
movies.
she came out of one was I don't know if it's the same one. Came out of the gong and it's just basically a Ring reference, and she's like,
Yeah.
like fucking going like
Yeah.
twisted limbs, and it was like really
Oh,
choppy.
it's
That was
gold.
kind
There
of
we go. Right?
It was kind of
Her hands compatible.
it's kind of shitty. It's like stop motion when she did that. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that budget didn't work out. There's a lot of things where it's like you question the budget.
Oh, really?
Well, I
I
heard
didn't know
two.
about that.
I heard two. Well, there's the eye thing that everyone hates, but I heard that it was a last minute thing because they tried to cover up there was actually a mark on his forehead,
Mm-hmm.
but they're like, no, last minute, let's just make it an eye.
Yeah.
And then they did a lot of reshoots, which I didn't understand, but I think it's because the little girl America Chavez was supposed to be in No Way Home. She was supposed to be the reason instead of Ned opening portals.
Oh,
she was supposed to be the reason,
Oh,
and they have a
okay.
bunch of art of her in it.
but
But
Sony
they changed it.
Yeah.
They're like, no, let's just put her in this. So, like, my theory is that I don't know if that's a reshoot or not, but like when she's running through the multiverse, maybe like that's after No Way Home, like she goes home or whatever, and accidentally.
She goes no
Yeah.
way home.
So, she was supposed to be reason. Don't know why. I'm still trying to understand. I don't know if she's actually like a preteen or she's actually older because there's like interviews of her in the red carpet, and she doesn't look like a teen.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, like they did like those people who are like 20, like late 20s, early 30s, that could play like a fucking kid.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what I thought. I was like, oh wow, this is like Mark's age or whatever, 15.
Yeah.
And then I looked, I was like, like when outside of the movie, like you don't look like a kid. I was like, wow. That was the thing with Tom Holland where he played in that one pirate movie with I forgot John Bursell.
Pirate movie?
It was like a ship movie. He was like a ship boy, and he was actually late teens, like 16 or 17, but he was playing like a 10-year-old. And I was like, he's like, yeah. And then he said after that movie, he didn't get any jobs because he got to the point where he looked too old to play a kid, but too young to play an adult.
Yeah.
So his mom ended up sending him to carpenting school for a year, and then finally that's when I think when he either got one more job or he got the call for Spider-Man. So
then he's Nathan Drake.
yeah.
Perfect cast.
You know, he wanted to retire. He was like, you know what? I don't want to be too old playing this role, whatever. Like, motherfucker, you've been only doing this for 3 years.
Yeah.
He was usually like, I don't want to be like RDJ and like do this for like 10 years. I'm like, but he's been
What?
doing it for 10 years.
He's been doing it for infinity years. What?
Yeah, I was like, you just started,
I want
motherfucker.
to be like Iron Man. It's like
And everyone's like, you don't want to make that
he
money?
did Iron Man for 10 years. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
But everyone's like, I think he just wanted to renegotiate his contract to get more.
Oh, yeah.
So he's just saying that. I was
sounds
like,
about
I don't
right.
know if I
Yeah.
want to come back.
I don't know.
I don't know if I want to come back. Just fucking rubbing
Like
his
they
fingers.
never recast Spider-Man, as we all know.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I liked it. But if you're going in trying to connect shit from WandaVision, Loki, and all that, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah, so I didn't
If
watch...
you're just gonna watch it just to watch it, then cool. You're gonna hate it. Spoiler, you're gonna hate it because this bitch fucking one-shots Black Bolt,
Oh, like, yeah, she's...
Mr.
Head
Fantastic.
explodes. And shit.
That-
But, like, that's the
The
thing
one that
about-
got me was fucking Professor X, where she
Yeah.
kills him, and I'm like, this is supposed to be...
But the thing is, like, all these guys are, like, in different universes, right? Like,
But
so,
it doesn't matter. Like, they should still be fucking strong.
Well, not to Super Wanda. She's apparently the
But
strongest
what
of
V,
all of
what
them.
not V, what Ricky said too is like, there's the... If you do it with the transitive property,
Chance.
she's as strong as Phoenix, and Professor X kicks Phoenix's ass. So
Well,
this should have
that's
been no
not-
fucking problem.
In one universe, she's kicked your ass. Like that's like saying.
But
who
that's
could
what
beat-
that's
Well, that's like who could beat. Well, we'll take this to DC. It's like who wins, Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
Like it should always be 100% Superman. He literally could just rip his head off and
Yeah.
shit. But it
His
isn't that way
morals.
because it's a comic book.
well, no, it's people say it's because even Batman knows like he won't do shit to me because his fucking morals. He knows that's not.
But also, Batman can't kill him in his own morals ways. The whole point of that is that it's a comic book where like you can't just make it always 100% this person's going to win.
Yeah.
But like the most famous one, Batman wins. Like he doesn't kill
Yeah.
Superman.
Well, the people just
but
say
he wins
it-
the fight.
Prep time. That's everyone's excuse. Like, oh, how much prep time does Batman have? which is true, because if you give him time to think, he
Not even yeah, like
because he has
I don't even think about that. It's just the fact that of course that's that's who Batman is. It's like
because
without prep time, Batman loses
like
almost.
He has
every time.
emergencies like stuff like in Injustice talks about like
Yeah,
I knew I was waiting for Superman to go rogue because
But-
I actually got a fucking kryptonite brass knuckles
Yeah.
like to beat his ass, and then I think he even made like these super pills that even Alfred like busted his fucking nose.
Here's the thing to kill me because
So-
in case I go bad.
I think he says he has a plan for everybody.
Yeah, that was the whole point, and that's why they get pissed off at him.
So, I got mad because I used that excuse too because I was talking to a friend about it, and I was like, maybe this Professor X just sucks ass, and that's why. But it was
I was
stupid.
thinking that so he
It was
died-
stupid because he goes into her mind, he stops time, goes into her mind, and it's just like a fucking white room and then like a rubble door, and he opens the door, and it's like the rubble. If you watch WandaVision, it's because her home got hit with Tony Stark's bomb
Yeah.
and like collapsed. So it's like a little hole, and he's like trying to like look in the hole, and then that's when like a jump scare of like her face comes like help me, whatever, and she puts her hand on. He's like, Wanda, come on, whatever, and then it starts to like the thing almost collapses, and you think like, oh, it's gonna fall on her arm. She's like, come on, I could pull you out, and then red mist comes. He's like, oh no, and she's like, she's coming, and she gets all scared and like goes in. He's like, Wanda, whatever, and then it's just the red mist is around him, and then you just see like Wanda, like you're just waiting in suspense, and then like Wanda like peeks around like him and snaps his neck, and then in reality he just goes like this, like dies.
So
So that's why I was like, what the fuck? I was like, but again, yes, it's a different universe, but
it's also like
if it's
so
the same-
this one Professor X in this universe dies, not.
No, yeah, well,
meaning
yeah.
that X-Men is coming back.
yeah, well that's why. But I'm just saying like that kind of stupid
And
that this one's weak
Mr.
as fuck.
Fantastic, John Krasinski is like not going to be him.
Yeah, no, it is.
They
said
isn't
that-
it, like not going to be him because like that's why they killed him off in this.
No, they said it was just
In this
to
universe, it's
tease.
him.
They asked no. It's the whole point is
I thought
they're
it was
all
going to be too busy. For
no,
it.
they're all supposed to unless it's like it took a different path.
Mhm.
And that's why like Miss Marvel's the other lady, her
Yeah.
friend, unless it takes like a different path, like you found like Green Lantern's ring, but in this reality I found it. Unless
Yeah.
it's like that, everyone is supposed to look the same. They even said that too, where the guy's like, "Is John Krasinski's gonna come back?" And he's like, "It makes sense for him to come back because why wouldn't they be that?" But they don't want to reveal too much. Like until we get the movie, who knows? But that's them saying, "Yeah, he'll be back." But no, they're all supposed to look the same. That theory only would have thrown it off if they actually got Tom Cruise to be Iron Man. Then
Oh,
that
yeah.
kind of like fucks everything up. It's like, well, this is supposed to be Tony Stark, but he looks different. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's the only reason. And they were gonna do it, and the writer asked Kevin Feige, and he's like,
That is pretty
Nah,
funny.
nah, we
I didn't
can't.
even think about that because
I was waiting too. I actually wanted that. I wanted him to be like smirky and like show like, oh, it's Iron Man with like the goatee, and then it shows it's Tom Cruise like, hey guys.
because yeah, he was supposed to be. Well, he was originally cast.
But then he dropped out
Yeah.
for. I don't know if it was actually Mission Impossible.
Well, I don't think he dropped. No, he didn't drop out.
Well, they just didn't get
He
him.
just didn't. Yeah, he didn't. I don't think he accepted. Right? Thought
I didn't.
he
I
just
think
didn't
he, I
accept
did.
it.
I don't think he accepted.
He was just one of the potential Iron Men.
Yeah. So that one sucked. That my thing too is like if they are the same, this is same parallel. This is stupid because yes, different movie people, different universe, whatever. Like in one of the X-Men movie, Professor X just fucking stops times and talks to Logan, and then like when he's done
Logan!
talking, he's like, all right, and he resumes and he just disappears.
Can you change me?
Like I was saying that like this guy could have fucking stopped time and ran
myself.
it ran her over. Oh, same thing too. Ricky was like, well, you have it in like the Wolverine movie where he just like makes everyone stop breathing or like that fucking
Yeah.
seizure. Like he couldn't do that to her or whatever. I was like, yeah,
Oh,
but
actually,
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt where it's like this is just a different Professor X. Maybe he's not as
severe.
yeah. I don't know.
He's Professor V. Professor Y.
That's why I was like, all right, whatever, dude. But other than, I think the only thing that made me like it is just because of the cameos. But other than that, a lot of their things were flawed.
I'm actually.
Like, I wanted more of like they set up WandaVision in like Quicksilver, like the fucking Ralph Boner shit. Like, oh, hey, you didn't watch it. So you get Quicksilver.
But yeah,
from,
I haven't watched
yeah, no.
anything.
So they have
since Endgame.
So
Nothing at all.
they have WandaVision, and then like one of the things is they got Quicksilver from Days of Future Past, the reboot. Everyone's like, "Oh fuck, X-Men's coming, whatever." And when she finally goes to the guy to come, because she's like praying as a brother, and then she goes to the guy, he's like, "I'm just an actor, whatever. Here's my headshots," and it's like his face, and underneath it says his name is Ralph Boner, and everyone's like, there's like Ralph Boner's like, "Oh, funny name, huh?" And then everyone just like, "Oh, so you think this is a fucking joke, Marvel? Okay, we see." Like, and they gave him shit for like, you teased us, you got the same actor, everything, play even Quicksilver, but in reality, he's an actor pretending to be her brother, whatever. And everyone fucking raged on that. And then supposedly they're like,
You
"No."
thought January 6th was bad, Marvel?
Yeah.
You get ready.
So, yeah, people gave him shit, and then there was like rumors like, "Oh no, he's actually lying about that too, where he's actually Quicksilver, he's just undercover." So there's that, and then there's Loki, where it's like they start talking about multiverse stuff and all this other stuff. So you think that's gonna connect? Maybe you see Loki here, whatever, and then you got No Way Home. So you're thinking you're gonna see Spider-Man or whatever, but like nothing connects. Like it just
No, it all connects. So,
like we all waited. Like, how is this gonna set up the next one? How is this connected to TV shows? Nothing.
well,
But again,
if you watched Morbius, you would know, Dre.
I heard that one.
No one fucking.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No, I heard they did a lot of that too. Like they took out like they were supposed to connect Spider-Man,
Hey, Morbius.
Spider-Man with that, but I guess they like censored
That was
it out.
that was the tweet about what was it? It was like
I didn't even watch that movie.
someone tweeted out that the end of Multiverse of Madness. It's like with the end credits scene was Morbius at the end saying, "Hey, Doctor Strange, let's get morbid."
Oh yeah, I heard he had a lot of clip shit. On that.
No, that didn't happen. Like
Oh no, but I heard like they tried too hard to be funny in this one.
and Morbius
It was
or,
like cheesy.
or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
Oh.
that's what these movies are. It's as bad as Venom. Yeah,
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, it's.
J. Rid Leto.
Yeah, I was hoping he was. It to me the trailers before all this it looked really good. And I was excited until I started hearing shit and then like new trailer where he's just like joking. I was like, oh no. So yeah. So, but I thought that was a connect. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get Spider-Man. Just like that was just like a quick joke. That's just like one of like 3. Yeah, but no, supposedly it's all movie. But
but let's talk about good movies.
Good
so
stuff.
instead of that multiverse movie, I watched another multiverse movie called Everywhere, Everything, All at Once, and it was the greatest fucking movie ever. Man, watch it. Me and Dakota watched it like the week it started doing a wide release. It had a limited release like sometime in March, and then the week after, like, fine, we'll do a bigger release. And me and Dakota were the only ones in the theater. It was fucking awesome. And yeah, that shit was my favorite movie I've ever seen.
What did Ricky and I watch? We did that, and I did a video. I think I still have it on my Snapchat. Like, hey, Ricky sat on one end of the theater, and I sat on the other. And I was like, hey, Ricky, how you liking the seats? He's like, what? And I was like, how you like it? He was like, good.
Yeah.
And then one other guy showed up and like, fuck, we can't get loud. But I forgot what movie it was. Where
it was like
no
it was
one
worse
there.
than remember that meme about Morbius was that man, me and Morbius, me and this guy watching Morbius this first week. It was just 2 dudes. Oh man, yeah, it's but Everything Everywhere All at Once is awesome. It has the same actress Michelle Yeoh from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. There's some kung fu action in this
Probably
game.
the best guy that's in there.
Yes, which I forget his name all the time, but we know him as Short Round.
Yeah.
Man. Short Round or Data.
Yeah.
And he came back to acting for this movie because of Crazy Rich Asians.
He was in it? Oh,
No.
or he just liked it.
No,
so he's like,
so he stopped acting. He was just doing martial arts in China. And he for all these years, for like what, 40 years? And he saw that Crazy Rich Asians was getting such high regard and like hella money, and it's like, oh, people like Asian people now. I should probably go back to acting. And then he does Everything Everywhere All at Once. He's the husband of the movie. He's He's like my favorite part of the movie. He's great. So yeah, you should watch it.
Yeah, no, that's all I
Everyone should
kept.
watch it.
That's all I kept seeing. Is some people talk about it.
Yeah,
Was that one?
everybody should watch the movie. Mandatory review it.
I
Everybody.
told my dad about that. I was like, hey, you know, Short Round / Data's back.
What?
Like, he's acting. He's like,
The funniest part.
well, he was like, he left. I was like, yeah.
Yes.
I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, damn, that's cool. Yeah, no, I don't even know what I watched. I watched that. Fuck, I still haven't watched the What If for that. I haven't watched the Boba Fett. I haven't even watched the fucking.
I watched one episode of Book of Boba, or like two.
Howard just told me it's like Boba Fett's just like a pussy man. He's too nice. He just
Yeah,
lets everyone
like
beat
he
him
is.
up.
Like yeah, he is bad.
He went from like, give me my armor, I'll fucking kill the child, to like, stop fighting everybody, or like, I don't want to fight you.
Well, like that's what like. So that's what the show does. Is show why he's like not an assassin, basically. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like he's not.
But it's funny because he kills Jabba the Hutt, and he's like, yeah, my time to rule. But then,
Like yeah, he killed the shit out of the worst person in the
or
world.
not
that's a
Jabba, it
slaver.
was probably whatever. Oh, it's that other guy,
Fuck.
but he got fat again. Or he got fat, the henchman guy. That's I think who he killed. The other slug-looking guy.
Oh, that guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
he killed that
I
guy.
died. Return to my world. No, you're a.
I did watch Scream 6 though.
Yeah, you watched like. Scream...
No, 5. They're making 6.
Yeah.
That one was pretty.
And Halloween Kills you watched.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. I would say Scream 1 and then that one is my favorite.
Damn.
Scream 1 then Scream 5.
Damn, really? Damn.
The college one was cool. What else? The Hollywood one was alright. Yeah, it just goes whatever. But this one I liked. My problem with it is there's 2 killers.
Yeah.
Of course, and it's funny because they do joke. This one was like a bit serious, but they still do joke where it's like there's always 2 or whatever. It's like now this is like
Scream
a
2.
reboot or like a whatever, but
It's a
it's
scoop.
but the old characters are coming back.
Yeah.
It's cameos, but sometimes they most likely die, so that to pass the torch, they joke, and it's a lot of like the kids just going like, "Go downstairs, I'll follow behind you." He's like, and I was like, that's lesson number 1 in
Get
the
it?
movies. I'm like, I know, huh? And they're
Forgot.
like, how do you know so and so's a killer? It's like that. It's like no, it's like 'cause it's me.
Yeah.
It's just going like
They
that.
never admit to killing.
Until the final end where it's like, she was like, so and so could do it. It's like, she's like, she can't do it. It's like, why? Because I am. And then she pulls out the gun and fucking blows one of the guys' heads. Like, oh shit, didn't see that coming. Even though you're like, oh, suspect it was a friend. But it's the sister's friend and the older sister's boyfriend, and they're together, but they're going out. But it's kind of weird because the sister is like a fucking. The sister's friend is like a sophomore or junior in high school, and this guy is like 25.
Yeah, that.
So I'm like,
that never happens.
No, I know, but it was like they're all like kissing and all that. I was like,
no, that never happens.
So, and it was funny. It's like, yeah, we met up like a couple years ago. I was like, so you met her in like middle school? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, don't
You're
add
a
up.
grown ass.
I was like, just don't add up. I was like, okay.
Legally.
But it was cool. They actually brought Shaggy back though.
Hey,
Well, he's always on
that
speed
one
dial, but not in there. But he played.
Yeah,
they
I
were
know.
making fun of the thing. They're like, oh, flamethrower, but that was actually him in the costume. I was like, oh well, yeah, he has some muscles. They were like making fun. It was like, yeah, they're all like they went from a knife to a flamethrower now, and then they were doing for I guess one of the kids that died is called Wes, so they're having a party it's like for Wes, but it's really for Wes Craven.
Oh,
So that
yeah.
was their little.
Yeah.
And then you could hear
Rest
when they
in
say
peace.
for West is Hayden Pennant or whatever. She was in one of
Yeah.
them, and then like all the crew, like the original crew, actually gave their voice to like in the crowd, like including Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
But man, I wanted Matthew Lillard to come back though, because I know he supposedly died, but there's a theory where like he didn't really like TV smashed on him, but could that really kill you? And also too, he has like a quick cameo in the second movie where he's like in the party. You could point him out in the party. So he was just on set and he's like, hey, you want to be extra? And they're like, oh yeah, sure. So, but the director's like, hey, you never know. Like maybe he's just
Maybe he was
whatever
maybe
rehab.
He was Scream all along.
So, but they're making 6, and supposedly Courtney Cox is saying this is like a really good script. But they all say that, but
Yeah, they have. To
I
sell
feel
it.
like this one is like when they die. Like
Everybody died.
Cindy dies and Courtney Cox character dies, and
Again.
sadly, not Doofy. But wait, is it? What?
I don't fucking know. I haven't watched
Oh,
any
yeah.
of these.
No, because there's
I just know some characters.
I don't know if that's Doofy from
David
if that's
Arquette.
yeah, or from a Scary Movie because they call him.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I don't
I
know.
know
if that's
more.
his-
I know those movies.
yeah, I was
more.
like, I don't know if it's the Doofy's his real movie name or the one they give him in the Scary Movie. But why you like, hello? On the phone, he's like, huh? And he's like, and then he just like hangs up the
God
phone.
damn, those movies are like. You can't watch those movies back anymore.
Oh no. I know everyone keeps bringing up the one with Mac Miller and Snoop Dogg where it's like a girl's like he's like, hey yo, she's speaking whatever, and they said something like Mac Miller's character could like repeat, and he said something like, oh yo, this little girl's racist. He's like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh watch out. He's like, I guess bites his Snoop Dogg's ankle and he just fucking kicks her off. Some little girl. But yeah, no, you cannot watch those. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of things. I forgot what else.
Comedy ages.
Man, I just noticed too. Pal was saying like, yeah, you know, on SpongeBob they took out the panty raid episode. I was like, what? And I was like, oh yeah. I was
Did
like,
they
I
take the whole
guess.
episode out, or
Yeah.
that part, or that scene?
No, that episode.
Oh yeah,
like-
I mean it's all based off of that.
Because
yeah.
it's like panty raid. I was like, really? Like I watched it as a kid and I never went like, I want to go on a panty raid.
Yeah, of course it
But we always just make jokes like,
It is just like
Mr. Krabs.
It is kind of suggestive to think like that passed though, like
Yeah.
just for
A lot of
TV
things
shows for
passed.
kids. Yeah,
I forgot. There was one where they brought up where it's like,
that's the best cartoons.
Jimmy Neutron were the ones like, don't throw out your back or you're gonna be useless for me tonight on our honeymoon.
Oh yeah, like lines.
and
like
then
that.
she said like something else real quick, like to cover it up.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I mean they used to have like, just. I grew up with
Ren and
Rocco's
Stimpy?
Modern Life.
I was like Ren and
Ren and
Stimpy.
Stimpy, that was like intentional, and so was Rocco's Modern Life. But Rocco's Modern
Yeah.
Life, they like tried so hard to like, hey, we know this exists. Let's just screw with people, and like every episode has a reference to pineapples, and so they would either there's pictures of it or there would like some guy would randomly say it for no good reason. And thinking that, wait a minute, what is pineapples? Is that some kind of drug? It's
Yeah.
like, no, they're just fucking around. They know that you guys are going to take it too seriously or something like that. But they also did things like Choky Chicken, which was
Oh,
reference to choking your chicken.
Yeah. No, there's another one too, the SpongeBob one where like they read the garbage and it's like they use the dolphin because they're cussing.
Oh yeah,
It's like, I'm gonna
yeah.
tell Mr. Krabs.
Well, there was what was I gonna say? Where SpongeBob had the soaps. It's like doubloons, don't drop them.
Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even
Yeah,
get that
like
reference.
he gives them to
Yeah.
Gary. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're playing pirates or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, look, doubloons, and they're like two pieces of like two
As a
bars.
kid, I thought it was just like don't drop them because then you'll lose your money and then you're fucked.
Yeah, it don't happen with soap. It's so slippery.
Yeah.
You get stuck on the floor.
I was like, you just want to lose your treasure. That's it. But yeah, I didn't think about that.
All right. So, do we want to talk about the future, Dre? The future of Adept Gaming GameCast.
As you can notice, there's no more episodes.
As you know, there's nothing there. They've all been
Except this video.
They've been taking down our Honey Pop videos. So,
Oh yeah.
so we've
Earlier.
decided what
Yeah.
we're in the future. What we're gonna do with the channel is just not upload Honey Pop.
Yeah. Yeah, after all these years, I finally took it down, and then I guess YouTube's like, let's take one more look, and then I got a warning where it's like, we are taking the thumbnail of this video down because it shows nudity and whatever, and I was like, it's just the cherry emoji and like
No,
the
it's
peach
peach.
emoji. No, but I had cherries on top and the peach on the
Oh,
bottom,
yeah.
but I guess my photoshopping
Your
skills were so
photoshopping
fucking
skills
good.
weren't as good, Dre. I could tell that's a female.
Yeah, so I was like, well, my bad. So, damn it, that one has 14,000 views.
Oh, but it still wasn't monetized or anything.
I
None
know.
of them.
Well, I'm pretty sure all
You
those
couldn't
views...
monetize them back then.
No,
but now
I looked.
It's like straight up
I looked
now.
at the like. You can see where people cut off. They cut off like 2 minutes in because
Oh, this ain't.
I haven't
They ain't
seen
actually
women's
playing.
parts yet.
Well, it's been like what? How many years? 5?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember I wanted to try. I think I even bought it too, but I
Glory
never
days.
played it. I wanted to play the one that Funhouse played. The you gotta
Oh,
preach your hoe.
fuck. Oh, never mind. That's just so bad. I was gonna ask, like, what was another video that was?
There was Five Nights
Oh,
was
fuck.
popular. Honey Pop was popular.
Yeah, your Five Nights. I still think you should have done that.
That
Five
one
Nights
was
at
only a
Freddy's 4
couple
video.
We were gonna actually like just like Earthbound. We were recently gonna like do it.
No.
Oh no!
Your
Ricky
original
wanted me-
video, I think you had it recorded, but you didn't upload it. It was just you starting up Five Nights at Freddy's 4.
Oh yeah, it was
You
at my
just started
apartment,
up,
and I was like,
all right, guys, it's Five
like-"
Nights at Freddy's 4.
And then I started it, and it was like a couple minutes in. I was like, no, I can't do this.
Fuck this.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
'Cause I turned off
it
the
would have been the
lights and
shortest
everything.
video that had the most views ever.
Yeah.
As you start Five Nights at Freddy's 4, you're like, all right, guys.
And I tried playing
Fuck.
because it was like the phone went off, and then like looking at the cameras, and all I hear, I was like, nope,
Nope.
I
Nope.
was like, nope.
Bye.
Yeah, and I was like, I wish that one, probably that one, and then the Ricky's mac and cheese. I wish I fucking kept that one.
Am I thinking like, damn, not even what was the?
We had a lot of good ones that I just didn't record. That I didn't push record.
Oh
on.
yeah, the mac and cheese ones. Oh fuck.
Fuck, that shit could have been animated.
Oh yeah, speaking of the future, where is this podcast heading? Where is it heading?
Oh,
Not in America.
oh yeah.
Local
I was like,
ass bitch.
I thought you were gonna say on Twitch. I was like, that
Dre's
was,
streaming.
that
but
was a plan.
we're-
Well, I'm gonna wait until I don't want to stream until I get shit. So
But no,
but yeah.
we're going to Japan.
yeah, we're going to Japan.
We
Finally,
did it finally.
Japan cast is not a myth.
Not a theory, not a dream anymore. It's real.
The only sad thing is,
Well,
the second
it'll be real.
number one fan can't go because he didn't save up for
Fucking-
the past 3 years. So, yeah, I
Like,
just
we
told him I
really
was like, hey,
I really wanted like Powder.
I know.
Really wanted.
He
Powder
he
go.
really wanted to go too, and where he wanted to save his like the school money, but I just found out he doesn't take the max amount, so he doesn't get paid later. Which like, yeah, it's smart, but dude, it's like probably for him it's once in a lifetime fucking thing.
Like yeah, cause man, when are we gonna get? Well, I'm gonna go every year, but
Yeah.
so in 2020, me and Dre were planning on going to Japan. I was gonna take him during the summer, and something happened in 2020. You know, things happen. Things happen.
I got a job, we couldn't go.
Yeah, that year, that was the reason.
I
and
started making money.
he started making too much money, and
Yeah.
then we couldn't go to Japan. So a lot of flights had to be delayed, and let's just say that one was there. And for the past 2 years, the major country that's been closed all this time was Japan.
I was gonna say it's like we couldn't go because Chris Rock and Will Smith were still friends.
Yeah, those would. Well, now things have changed. So I guess
That's why, and also too, now it's open. Isn't it kind of weird?
yeah, weird coincidence,
Yeah.
right? You tell me. Was it staged? Well, Japan's open. Think about it.
Yeah, no, I'm I'm really excited to go
I'm
because like New
excited,
York was
yes.
cool, but fuck, there's like I don't know, it's I don't even know. You gotta like because you're like no shit. You gotta like pay money to get good photos there because like you on the streets it's cool if you do like the urban whatever, but it's like a lot of photos I took pictures of like this shit. It's not looks cool. Like I would have to done the one where I told you on the I was gonna say the Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building, and that one where you see through the glass. Like other than that, there's really no good like cool landmark ones to do that I could compare to like Japan. I don't know. I don't know if it's because Japan is a different country, so you like any picture in there is like cool, or what. But I don't know. New York, it was cool. I'm going to
when
New
we go to
Jersey.
Japan, we're gonna sing that song.
Yeah.
So it's just. And the Japanese dude's like, "Oh, I like that song." I sang it. I sang it in New York, and they got mad.
But you can sing it here. It's
Oh fuck! No.
But yeah, that'll be cool. I actually want to do. don't want to start vlogging, but it would be cool to record a couple of things, like
Yeah.
trying to, like I like one theory was I'm gonna bring up your question because it just came up. Trying out all like the fast foods there and see like
Yes.
if their foods are
Comparing and contrasting.
will it mess up my stomach more or will it like actually be fine for me to eat? Which you said it's good shit, so it's probably gonna mess it up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I can't wait that. I want to take a lot of videos hopefully, but I know I'm gonna just soak like you said. I'm just gonna soak most of me being there up.
Like
So.
you going hard juju, we're buying all the shoes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
So.
Think
I
it's
just
something
remember because I
made
was talking about that
up
shitting on myself, and then I was gonna. I don't know if you want to ask me the question again. Is it hard since I do all these videos and pictures? Is it hard for me to color? Since
Oh
I'm
yeah, see
colorblind?
color, yeah.
Yeah, like
Dre's colorblind, but he's the best photographer and videographer.
hell yeah.
You know?
So I ran into this problem when I did a photo shoot with one girl, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't want cool tones. I want warm tones." So I'm like, "All right." So you make it like the reds and all that. So I started editing the picture, sent it to her, and she even like she politely was like, "Yeah, just give me this is all right. It's too much of this. Give me like just a rarity." So I'm like, "All right, cool." Looked at it. I was like, "This looks pretty cool." I slept, woke up the morning, went back to Eddie, looked at the photo, and I'm like, this looks like fucking shit. I was like, this looks like the photo they take in Back to the Future when they're in the Wild Wild West, where it's just greens and like that. I was like, what the fuck did I do? I was like, it's all green and all
Fucking
this.
wolves.
And I was like, man, she must have been nice. So I re-edited it and I gave it to her. She's like, oh, much better. I was like, yeah, she was just trying to be nice. Yeah, so like skin tones is hard because like either I'm gonna make you look green or red. And like I told the story to V where when I did it for the club, I did one photo for the girl because I was like, man, she's really really pale. Let me try to like bump up like her skin tones, like not make her like, oh, she has a tan out of nowhere, and then you go to the club and you're like, where the fuck, where's your tan? So I bumped it up and I guess I made her skin a bit red. And the guy told me, he's like, yeah, because like, you gotta tell me, and I told this to everybody, let me know if there's anything wrong color-wise or whatever, so I know to fix it, because I'm a bit, when I say colorblind, they think black and white, so I just start saying a bit colorblind, and I guess they understand. So the guy was like, yeah, she's like kind of red, so I was like, all right, and I went to the reds area, which I knew what I brightened up. I lowered it down, and I was like, this doesn't look any different to me, but let me show him. And I showed it to him, he's like, oh, much better, perfect. And I was like, this doesn't look any different from the before, but whatever. But yeah, it's so hard doing that, and like I learned to not try to rush things, to like do it, sleep on it, wake up in the morning. If it looks fine to me, then like cool. But there's times where I wake up, I'm like, this looks like shit. And I was like, I gotta redo everything. So I've learned to just like sleep and sleep on it, literally. So, but man, you just reminded me I need to do a video for a lady.
Damn, I need strength 18.
But yeah, and then V started calling me fucking the Ray Charles of
Dre Charles.
Yeah, I was like,
or he had to
Dre
get
Charles.
paid in like ones and shit.
Oh yeah,
to
that
do
was
his
when
job.
I did the Ontario one. They're like, yeah. How he told me, he was like, all right, let's go to my office, and we fucking went upstairs and whatever, and we just sat at a table, just me and him, and like, we couldn't just do this like around the corner or whatever. I was like, because it was like the meeting lasted no longer than 30 seconds. So we went up, and he was like, yeah, so how much you want to get paid, whatever. And I was like, well, 600 is what we get there. He's like, oh no, you got to get paid more. I was like, well, let me finish. And I was like, 600 is for down there, but since I had to come all the way up here and to LA, gas, this and this, I was like, I'm looking at like 7 or 8. And I was like, how much you want to get paid? Like 8. He was like, all right. So he gave me 8, and they went and they're like, yo, I want to say Scott because he looks like my cousin Scott. Zay. His name's Isaiah also. I was like, hey Z, or they call him Z. Z, pay this man, whatever. He's like 8. He's like, okay. And then he was going, and then you're like, hey, we don't have enough, whatever. And he's like, do you want to get half now? Or I was like, ah, fuck that. I was like, nah. Or he's like, you might be paid in a lot of ones. Like, sure. So he gave me like two $100 bills, two $50 bills, and then like 500 in fucking ones. and I just had like fucking bricks of ones, and I remember I posted it
Damn.
up, and I was like, hell yeah, what is
Racks.
it? Yeah, I was like, whatever, and I even
Strip
showed Mark
club.
when I came back. I was like, give me my thing, and he was giving me attitude. I was like, oh, I see how it is, and he gave me my bag, and I just like, oh man, I just started taking the racks out and put it on my chest, like, damn. I felt like the Dave Chappelle where he's on the throne with the thing, and he has his money,
It's just
like that. And then I started, and I started like, he was like, damn, where'd you get all this money? And I just started being like the rappers where they just use the fucking stacks as like a phone.
Yeah.
I was like, oh damn, am I hip like the kids yet?
Sometimes I get money.
So I remember you messaging me real quick, like you better disinfect that shit. I was like, no.
Oh yeah,
I
fuck,
sprayed that
was
shit
forever
in.
ago, yeah.
I
You
sprayed
gotta
that
spray
shit in
because that was all
Lysol.
stripper money.
Yeah.
From Jesus Please.
And it's weird because that one they don't strip there. It's not nude. It's like a bar with like they have like a Cirque du Soleil ring there. So yeah, basically.
Fucking clowns and shit.
There was one funny girl that was pretty cute and funny where she
She was cute. She had like a red nose.
she the guy Demas, our guy, he was like, who's the one that was trying to twerk but doing it all wrong? He's like, oh, the Tina dance from Bob's Burgers for like arcs her
Yeah,
thing, and she actually
yeah.
did it on purpose. And then so I don't remember her actual name because Demas kept calling her Tina the whole time. So he's like, Tina, come here, and she was like cool about it, like, oh,
That's cool.
and she was like kind of dorky
It's like
too.
her favorite character.
So I was like, oh yeah, like I like her. I don't know, I always go for the dorky ones.
The dorky strippers.
Yeah. It's like you're like
The
me.
nerd.
You're like me, but you get nude and pay for it. But when I do it, I get arrested.
When I do it, no one pays.
No,
They pay me to put them on.
but not enough.
Not enough.
So I don't put everything on.
So yes, Japan, the future of GameCast.
I think you wanted to talk about this channel, the future of this
Oh,
channel.
well, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess I want
What's
to
gonna
do
happen?
streaming for GameCast, but I want to get an actual good PC
Drake Cat.
because this fucking piece of shit Apple laptop fucking sucks ass in streaming. Also, too, I want the bells and whistles. You can't do that on this one. Like when they like follow you or whatever, you have like little banner and you can have your
Yeah.
emotes. But you can't do that on like Elgato. You have to
Mhm.
like open up Twitch Studio and all that. Like I have everything set up. It's just the computer can't handle it.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting to get some paid good and then get a decent
well.
one. Yeah. I could get it right now if I wanted to, but then that's all my money.
That's money we need.
I've learned to not spend all my money.
Yeah. Good lesson.
And also too, I don't know. I asked you. I don't know if you gave me the okay. I wanted to kind of put up, since I said this is gaming and filming, I wanted to put up some of the videos I made on here, even though I know I can't monetize it, but it's a lot of like copyrighted music. I don't know if it'll let me,
No, I don't think I'll let you.
even if I don't make money off of it. Like not trying to monetize.
It could be taken down. Even if you're not making money off of it.
No, I think it's you got to watch the stupid SEMA bike one, right? Because that's Ice Cube song.
Yeah.
It said copywritten, but
it depends though.
but you got to
that's what
listen
I'm
to the
saying,
music, right?
It depends. Like, it may stay up. It may be taken down. Like,
Okay.
It,
I'll try it.
Depends on who.
I might
who does what with the music.
I might post some of the videos.
Some people will be like,
Yeah.
"Nah, you could do whatever with my
Yeah.
music." But
So yeah, I wanted to just that. I don't know when I'll do like an actual. I don't think I'll game really on
let's
here.
Dre.
I think it'll just be mostly GameCast shit and film on here.
Yeah.
Maybe if I do, maybe like highlights from if I ever do Twitch. That's why. But I don't want to do GameCast on here. 'Cause it'd be funny. Talk to people, or whatever.
Yeah.
Call Ricky out all the time. Actually, Metroid did it. Fucking. Not a fucking
Metroid is
real.
great. That game came out.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. Dread.
Dread was awesome.
Dread. I just remember when Dread took fucking forever to. Wait, was Dread the one that was anticipated? No,
No.
they still haven't said Prime 4.
Prime 4. It's still
It's
like
still forever. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
the last one. Pal was like, "Oh, they're gonna talk about Prime 4. They're gonna talk about Prime 4.
It's gonna happen.
And then they're like, oh no, they're saving best for last. Best for last. And then it was like
Roblox.
It was stupid.
It's free.
It was stupid Splatoon, and then it ended, and it was like the end screen. He's like, nah, it's like the Marvel movies. Watch, they're gonna give it a couple minutes. They're gonna turn shit back on, and they're gonna show Prime 4. And I told him too, it's like, man, I'm gonna laugh my ass off if it's just like Prime 4, and it's because they just showed the ship, and then it just says Prime 4, and it just shows more of the ship, and then that's just it.
That's it, and then it's like still in development,
Still
not
in
even
space.
not even rated yet.
This one's in space for sure.
This one's definitely Which one's in space? That all of them? Oh, damn it. Oh man.
But yeah, no, I'll try posting videos. See how that goes. See if once we get a strike, then I'll be like, all right, I gotta stop.
Yeah.
I want to just say it's just you just don't get, as long as it's not monetized.
I don't know. Like even with me DJing Instagram and shit, I played one.
Well, that one's weird because all mine are like copywritten songs, and it's fine. But I think it's because yours is live.
Yeah, I'm live streaming.
That's why they're more
that's
harsh
really
on live, I guess.
But like if I just put up a video, I think that even happened to me where I like put up a video of me DJing, and it's like, no, we gotta take that shit down. Like yeah, that's what happens.
No,
like,
okay. Did they take it down or did you delete it?
They gave me hey, you gotta take this down, or you gotta say you have permission. And if you say you have permission, they say no, you don't.
But that's the thing. I ignore those.
No, they still take it down. It's like, hey, this is taken off right now, but if you say you have permission, maybe we'll put it back up.
I did have one where it's a song that I really couldn't post, but I haven't had one of those in a while.
There's a few of them that, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That it depends because there's some songs that like the owners of it or whoever has the rights are more lax than others.
Because I know some it's like you can't play in this country, and then some are like you could appeal it.
No,
No! I did have one. My latest one, but I wrote because I read the guidelines. It said, "This is like as long as you're not making money or whatever, and it's you make money off of it." So I just wrote them in the appeal like, "I ain't making money off of this. It's just for fun,"
money.
and then I sent it to them. That was my excuse,
Yeah,
and then they kept it.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, no.
They were just like, no, fuck you.
I was like, I don't make money. I'm just trying to make happiness.
Yeah, that's all I try to do. But
During COVID times, this is hard times.
Jeff Buckworthers, Zerker Brothers.
I think you say Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, Bunzos, Jeff Benzos,
Bozo.
Bozo. Fuck, go to space, die. That'd be great.
It's funny how they have a petition where it's just like keep him in space.
Yeah, keep his ass in space. Like keep him up in space like all the Challenger kids. Just keep doing that.
Did you? I think Pete Davidson actually gave up his seat or whatever.
What's he? What?
He was actually on one of the flights to go to Mars for the first time.
Oh yeah,
And I think he gave up his seat or some shit like that.
Nah, I'm good. I'm still. Kidding.
Nah, I got Kim. No, that's when he got. Actually, that's when he started going out with Kim. That's when he like.
I guess I ain't going to space no more.
I have a reason to live.
So much has happened.
I know.
COVID.
It's funny. A lot of
other things.
a lot of. I like the memes with the Pete Davidson though, where it's like, cause he's an alright looking dude or whatever, but it's like the thing where he's like, this can't keep happening. Where he's like going out with all these things, he's like he can't get away with this.
Yeah, didn't he go out with Amber Heard too?
No, that was Elon. That was
Elon Musk.
Yeah, which is somewhat an upgrade from the fucking weird girl he was with. You know, for
Grimes?
her, for maternity, she got like alien marking tattooed.
Yeah, that's her dumbass.
Her like scratch. Like
That's
it was
what
supposed to be
people like
alien
her for.
scratches.
I really don't. Yeah, it's like it's Grimes.
She looks good without all that, like decent without all that makeup. Because they showed one, but when she actually tries to be goth or punk or whatever, it's like no.
It's Grimes. I don't listen to Grimes.
I don't.
It's like so. I was like, oh, but that's her vibe. I only know the people that really like her are fucking hipsters. So it's like,
Oh.
I've really
never heard of her.
cared about her music, and I was like, oh, people, yeah, okay, whatever. And then it's like, oh yeah, she's also really stupid.
Yeah.
She's also dumb.
Supposedly just to fuck with paparazzi, like she went out and bought a communist book and read it.
Yeah, Communist Manifesto. But like, she was trying to espouse like communism with with the cryptocurrency. It's like that shit does not fucking work.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of those two things. Cause
Also, too, she said she wants like a lesbian only colony on one planet or whatever.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And
And then
she's
I think Miley
now
Cyrus
recently
was like,
dating.
Oh, she's dating someone.
she's,
I thought they were working it out.
no. Oh, she has his kid. Like, they have to work out something. But she's dating.
Oh, I swear I heard that they're having another one.
She's dating. What's her name?
Oh, it's a girl. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Fuck. Former hero that was imprisoned.
Yeah.
Damn it. Chelsea Manning. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, never
Still
mind. I
weird.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else?
So
It's coming
let's
down to
end up at a lighter note. We're going to Japan. Either Japan hasn't opened up yet, but they said they're opening up sometime June to some people, and maybe hopefully by July they're fully opened up. But hoping, got my tickets, got the money, got the yen. I got days off. It's happening at some point, either this year or spring break next year. It's happening. Frozen raisins.
Yeah, I'm happy. Again, my only worry is like, fuck, I just hope I have fucking money. Which I will. No, it's not even that. I just hope I have good gear. I just hope I don't fuck up and take shitty pictures.
Yep.
That's my only thing. Again, I don't think
Won't
I'm
be
gonna
the
bring...
last time.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, you're gonna go. It's gonna be too awesome, and you're gonna be depressed when you get home because it's the worst feeling in the world where you go to Japan for a week and then you come back to LAX, and then you have to drive in traffic and everything sucks. Hooray!
I don't even like... I haven't even been in Japan and already hate going to LA.
Yep. Oh yeah, LA sucks.
That's why my mom's like, why don't you ever like take a trip to go to like Disneyland on your own? Because like, fuck driving myself.
You drive 2 hours to wait in line 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's like
That's why I only like
we
going
already
to...
have In-N-Out.
Yeah, I that's why I only like going to Disneyland when it's like Halloween night or whatever, because they only let so many people in and like you can.
Like,
it is
they
packed.
cap it now,
It is
right?
packed.
Don't they?
Huh?
Don't they like have caps?
No, yeah, but it's still long.
No.
But yeah, like for those special nights, it's like, yeah, it's packed for like the first hour, but afterwards it's like no more than 10 minutes to wait in line.
No, but if you go May the 5th, you could get a Wookiee cookie.
Oh, it's too late now. I want to try their cantina margaritas. I think it is.
Yeah,
I just remember the Family Guy. All right, we're taking a request. The same song. All right, same song.
Yeah. No, you gotta listen to jizz. That's the genre of music
That's what
George
they named it.
So George Lucas is like, we can't just name it space jazz. Nah, jizz. That's what
Oh,
this
I
music is.
love jizz.
Jizz.
Give me more of that jizz.
Yeah, play that jizz, strong man. Play it again, Sam. Oh, you gotta call it, Trey?
Yeah.
You got two
sure,
out.
we did.
You gotta
right?
edit this one, Trey, with,
I know.
with footage.
Yeah.
Well, I got 2 swords, but I didn't. Oh shit! Oh no, it's a ghost.
But, all right then. It was good. Sad that we didn't have Ricky with us.
Yeah, Ricky is in spirit with
Yeah.
us because, again, he went to Fresno.
He's resting in peace in Fresno.
Like, man.
Ricky's gonna watch this. He's like, oh fuck, I died.
No. Damn it! Again.
I remember I wanted to do a skit. I want to try it. Since I know there's an airport in Fresno, I want to try the skit where I told him, since he's not gonna go, I'm just gonna make a montage of us like in the airplane and what is it, like going like, oh yeah, we're in Japan, whatever, and then just ends with Ricky with his suitcase at the airport. He's like, guys, he's like, I'm ready. Where are you? Yeah.
Hey, here.
Yeah, that's how I told him. It was either like a quick montage of that, and it just ends with like ending with him. He's like, "Where are we going?"
Hello. All right then.
But all right then. Thanks for watching.
See you guys next time. Maybe.